And as soon as I hit record, it was sending. That's what Grom sounds like now. Grom just sounds like heavy breathing. Grom's that cat.
Yeah, Grom is not looking hot at all.
There's something to be said about that I won't say because I don't want to get demonetized. But welcome to Two Gelatinous Cubes Are the Light Source. And I forgot about that too. It's time for more Kingmaker. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for dying. We will. Do you want to do the in-character reflection for the hero point now? Before I vomit more spells at you? Okay.
Before or after Wizrobe?
Sounds like Esker's first then. He's just raring to go.
Volunteered, yeah.
Y'all can...
Yeah, and I feel bad because I sort of promised like a written reflection, but I'm having a hard time doing them in like a dungeon.
Yeah, I'm having that same experience.
I don't blame you in the slightest. Dungeon crawls are fun, but I like when I play a 5e game with these guys actually, and we did a dungeon crawl here, and then immediately after went to another dungeon crawl, and then I went immediately to bed after that because it's just I am fucking done. And I just started a dungeon crawl in Iron Fang Invasion right before this, so y'all can see in my camera how many monsters I have. It's entirely too many, but we'll get through. Me and you. But hit me. Give me that in character reflection.
So Tommy, you did kind of betray yourself last night at the session 0. I think you went on record fully said like you loathe dungeon crawling.
I hate dungeon crawls so much. Oh my god.
So to say you just said dungeon crawls are fun, but sorry.
Everything is fun. I can hate things that are also fun.
Oh, okay.
That's
you, Del.
Yeah, Del.
I was in a groove there.
Oh well.
You threw off the emperor's. You threw off the high priest's groove. You're technically the emperor, but
throw him out the window.
So, yeah, the one thing that I would say stands out to me as being important to Arcturus last time was, of course, the wonderful little ritual to the neutral evil deity, or not deity, entity. And I would say, in a word, Arcturus is concerned. Now, it's like a chaotic deity, but it's like, and so there's not this like pure opposition to this entity the way that there would be a chaotic deity, but at the same time there's sort of this understanding that's like, you don't actually care about any of the things that I idolize and idealize, so that's in and of itself concerning, like knowing that chaotic evil is one step removed from such a thing would be the source of concern. So getting involved in that, well, because it wasn't like a being of chaos, I could at least allow our party to be pragmatic and not have to eat a trap. But yeah, definitely the most important thing to Arcturus last time. So with that said, I am playing said character, Arcturus Vilmeyer. He is of Chelish descent. I'm an Inquisitor of Abadar, and very, very lawful neutral.
All right.
That's all.
And very, very hero point for you. I'm still kind of toying around with for you guys if in the last 5 minutes hero points don't become strange villain points. I don't know. That feels very Mario Party, even as I say it.
If you do it, make sure you give like a 15-minute warning to use your hero point, otherwise
just
it transforms into a villain point.
Yeah.
Some strange siren happens, a weird man with a mushroom for his head shows up and goes, "Ha!" and then he explains to you how it happens.
Because in a lot of cases, it's not like we just lose track of time. Session goes by so fast, it's like, oh shit, we're at the end and I haven't used my hero point yet. It's not like I'm saving it to cheese something at the end.
Look at this man rationalizing all over the place.
I remember that +8 initiative roll.
So roll initiative and then we'll start next session. Sweet, I haven't used my hero point yet.
Who's going next for their in-character reflection? The dice say Arcturus has to go again.
Kato.
And then again. Everything's coming up the tax, man. Is it April already? All right, Kato, make it so.
Kato will go. So Kato, Sicarius, not the great Ramugan, in fact, but a human, not a kobold.
Quick, send me his token.
And a swashbuckler, not a monk. Even though I've had monk on the brain, 2e monk on the brain for the past for the past week. So I want to take a moment during today's reflection to sort of fix an oopsie that I made last session.
You made an oopsie?
Yeah, so I let my out of character interest in the ritual sort of take center stage, and didn't really present a good in character reason why Cato would have actually gone through with it. It was just the players like, ooh, let's see what happens if I do this. So with that being said,
Cato dies.
Whoops.
What? With that said, I wanted to sort of, take a step back and, kind of give a in character assessment of the situation and why he decided to go through with it. So, as mentioned, we are in the year of hell. Resources are spent. Spirits are low. There's a good chance that, we might not get through this alive. And though we can't delay, we must push forward. We must continue to do what we deem necessary. We're past the point of no return here. And so when the ritual presented itself as a deathly trap that could doom us all if we didn't go through with it, what is right and what is wrong is be damned, I guess. Just at this point we need to do what is necessary. And so Cato decided to take that burden upon himself so that no other member of the party needed to damn their own soul. If it meant seeing the party through to victory and living to see another day, he would take that darkness upon himself and be the vessel to carry, basically be the jailer of the damned, for lack of a better.
There must always be.
Exactly. Not, and I mean, it's not quite as intense as becoming the Lich King or anything, but that's how I'm gonna and that's something this is probably something I should have done during the session. So I wanted to kind of course correct, because like I said, I felt like my out of character interest in the situation overshadowed the in character proper response. So there we have it.
All right. Good enough for me. Now I'm going to have to make it be that Senia that suffers, not Cato. It was not the one who wanted to do the ritual. It was the one who was like, no, take my blood! For 3 hours.
Senia will reflect now.
It seems like a great time. Yeah. And doesn't it?
Senia feels like she's been picked on the last few hours. She's not looking so hot, and she feels like words really do matter. She volunteered to give up her blood to do this ritual thing, but at the end it felt futile because the wrong thing was said and the password was not accepted, so we got attacked anyway. And then Grom's not looking so hot either because he's getting picked on by Wizrobe, so she's pissed, and she's trying to figure out how to get out of this, or how to save the situation, I guess, is the right word. And I play a Kelid Barbarian of the Geminid Invoker kind, and here we are.
I really want to make a where did I go wrong / how to save a life.
God damn it.
Me, thank you. It had its effect. I guess really quickly, one thing I want to say: if Tara would not mind sliding her mic just a little bit away from her nose, so every exhale isn't broadcast across the 9 realms. It's all good. Take us home. Mostly human, mostly going last.
Mostly going last. So I'm playing Yoni Asshole, mostly human occultist. Kind of as Esker said, I've had a hard time kind of coming up with reflections while in this here dungeon. So what I can reflect on, I suppose, is that moment where it kind of similar to a while back when I stepped in with all of the Cyclops or ogres or whatever before and just got smacked down. I think Ionia probably had a little bit of a flashback with that when she stepped forward to kind of take the blow away from Artoris with all of those what are they called?
Soul Eaters?
Yeah. Kind of saw her life flash before her eyes as me, the player, saw her life flash before her eyes, and then realized that everything was fine because she's stalwart as fuck. But yeah, at this point, I think she's kind of reflecting a little bit on how far she's come from the beginning, where she was like, at first kind of rushing in and then realized, oh shit, I'm not ready for this. And now we're back at the point where she's rushing in and actually kind of holding her own. So feeling a little drained at the moment since we've been in here for a while. We've had several kind of back-to-back fights, which is abnormal for this party, but still feeling resolute.
As fuck.
You gotta get the
Well,
as
that's
fuck, otherwise it
all
doesn't count.
Different word.
Y'all ready for this? Yeah, kinda. Okay, fair enough. Sounds good. Hero points all round. I'm trying to remember if the initiative is sitting at
Cato.
Yeah,
So-
once again, he had just fired off his what was that?
Enervate on
Enervate, yeah.
Grom.
All right, dope. Make it
Swear
so.
we're not just making that
We're not making
second
this
week
up.
in a row.
I would have looked at probably Dell a little funny, but when it's Dell and Esker, when the majority of the party is conspiring against me, what can I do?
Yeah, fair.
All right, make it
Yeah,
so, my dude.
He popped in and almost put Grom out of his misery.
Who said he's miserable? He's a happy horse. He's having fun. Roar.
He's having fun with 5 negative levels right now.
He's having less fun.
Feels like
All
a kid
right.
again.
All right. So let's do this. Prince is gonna move. Boopity boop 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 over here. Provoke.
Technically, yeah, why not? Sure.
Okay, wait, hold on. Where is he floating up in the sky?
Yeah, he's at like ceiling level.
Okay, hold on. Never mind. Hate Snake. I should have taken an assessment of the situation first. Okay, so I can't actually swing at him from that, but Prince could fly up to him. So,
Yes.
Cato will then just I haven't used this in a while. There's only one guy, so Cato is going to scream expletives at
Y'all see Ricardo in general. You guys killing it! I'm amazed the DM has not wiped you guys out. There's always next week. Thank you, Ricardo. I don't know if you watch this. Okay, yeah, that happens. Is he shooketh? Do you get him shooketh? I'll do the math. Finish your turn.
Okay. And then question: if for Prince to attack, would 5 foot can he 5 foot step up and full attack, or does he have to like spend his move action to fly up to as high as?
Could do it with the 5 foot, because as I recall, the Soul Eaters were also floating. So
That's true. Okay. All right. So yeah, Prince is gonna full attack the boy up there.
all right, make it so.
It's so number 1.
I see, there it is. We've now declared the Red Prince is actually the heir. No longer speculation, but now canon. Got him.
Oh wow! Look at those hit rolls. So bad.
Not the
It's
best.
beautiful.
I mean,
The second claw that claw 2 might have, maybe.
might have, maybe. Yeah. The first two, as you might expect, you go swinging in and like you do tear some of Wizrobe's. I almost said a different thing other than wizard robes. I think maybe we can all picture what I might have almost said, but I won't say it because I'm an adult And I don't think dumb jokes are funny at all. And beneath, indeed, there is this like lattice in the robes, as clearly you bite into the mage armor. The claw does indeed stick, though. 11
Okay.
damage.
So I don't know if this match. Give that a try. Because Cornigan,
Cornugnagan.
Cornignagan.
Cornugi. Ted Nuge. That's going to be the session.
And let me know if he gets the DC by 10 or more as well.
Indeed. 24 was not quite there. The 34 is not by 10 or more, but it is successful.
Okay, so shaken. And that is all for the Sicarius.
All right. On to Terra we go. On to Senia we go.
All right. Well, Senya can see that Grom's not doing so well, so she's gonna attempt the fast dismount.
All right, make it so.
Womp womp.
Oh, that sucks.
All right. Well, then she's going to just regular dismount.
Oh,
Cost you a move
Also-
action.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's her move.
don't forget, Tara, I think you're still hasted too. I think we still have that from last session.
Indeed.
Yeah.
How many rounds?
10 total.
Okay.
For all
I
intents
think
and
we'll
purposes,
go
this
through.
combat. Like this combat and change.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, she's gonna do a regular dismount, and then she's going to instruct Grom, get out of here.
Okay.
Shoo, go.
Shoo! Shoo!
So, and I'd like him to move like out to where he came from.
Alrighty.
Go back to where you came from.
Back to the shadow. Grom goes back to Grom's house and plays Animal Crossing and doesn't think about the horrors of the stolen lands anymore.
Not a bad idea.
I can't move past that.
Alrighty, I will. Oh, what happened? Oh, boop, boop, boop. We know he's large. Why can't you move past that? Wait a minute. Why is the... What's happening? What's happening there? Oh, no. Let me... Hang on one sec. Let me just slide him over. I must have put a dynamic lighting barrier there. At some point... Hi. No. There shouldn't be a barrier there. Alright, that's it. Where's Roll20's head office? BRB.
Get him.
Hang on, guys. I need to buy an expensive plane ticket. To presumably like California. But I don't know why you can't move there, but I'll move you there. Well done.
Thanks. And then I have one standard attack left. Oh, one standard action left, right? So I'm gonna shoot my bow.
As you do.
Pew.
The black stab, in parentheticals, long range. Watch her stick it. I guess one thing I might say is you do have the action economy to use the Stag Lord's Helm, because I'm pretty sure that's swift action.
It is a swift, so if you want, knowing that you're probably gonna miss.
Nah, an 18 would hit. And never mind. Go ahead and roll that damage. Do the shooty.
And here's the shooting.
Got some shooty. Dope. Anything else from you? Presumably
Nope.
no. Alrighty,
That's it.
Sounds good.
Am I aware of his mage armor?
Yeah. At this point, it would be a arbitrary spellcraft check to make.
Make Esther take it.
And I don't suppose I can touch him from here because he's quite a ways up, right?
You'd need a pretty good jump.
Let's see
Okay.
it.
I'm going to
Cast fireball.
or actually no, I won't hold. Did you say cast fireball?
Don't cast fireball.
Cast
Even if you
fireball.
I don't have fireball.
That was a
Do you
joke.
know
But
who I am?
you're our court wizard. Well, how do you not have fireball?
Oh, I hate you guys.
No, she's a royal. God, what do we call the spy master when we're not talking about spy masters? I forget. And advisor,
We had a name, yeah.
master of coin, master of puppets, master.
With all of the terrible things he's done to Grom, I think I'm actually just gonna hold the dispel magic and wait to see what he does and dispel his next spell.
Smart.
And I don't think Minoru will be able to reach him, right? So he's just gonna 5-foot step here. And he will hold a bite if he comes into range.
Sounds good to me.
Or if he can hold a trip, he'll do that, but I don't know if he can do that.
He can, yeah, as part of a bite.
Oh, then he'll hold a trip if he comes down within range.
Alrighty. On to our Taurus.
Right. So
Right.
I will openly wonder where are the dreams that I've been after, and then I will have Arbiter reload my pistol with his standard, then 5-foot here. Then I will swift action turn on Bane weapon. Bane, he's undead, yeah? Gotta be. I tell that at a glance. Otherwise, I'll just. Is that a check?
Not at a glance.
Really?
Ooh.
What would that be? Perception?
Yeah, probably perception. Yeah, no, as you look him over. Actually, it's probably not looking him over. I don't mean to get as edgy as I'm about to, but I guess we're going to. Indeed, when the prince hath clawed upon him, he is bleeding on the floor, and it appears to be that's humanoid blood.
Okay.
The typing of humanoid is a little harder, Mr. Bane, but
Okay. So I'm uncertain.
Think back.
I know we know he's in. Yeah, I mean, like in character. Well, I'm trying to establish.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you would know it with a 30. You're looking at, in fact, a half giant. He's a big boy.
Oh, he's a half giant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was about to. I thought we. All right. Then make it so. That will be my. Bane.
I was going to call for elf because of the footprints earlier.
That's what I was thinking too, but okay.
And now you can rule out those footprints were not his.
Then I will 5-foot here, and I will fire with my pistol. Is this sneak attack or? I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just roll first, and you can let me know. I was invisible, but I don't know if he's.
Well, you quit doing so much damage with your unconfirmed, or your in fact confirmed crits. Blam! I mean, if you want to flavor it.
But seriously?
I need to go back and double check his HP.
It'll be plus that for Bane on the last two hits.
Alrighty. Well, unfortunately, you only needed the standard action. When you only have so many d6s and then you crit for so many more multipliers, he's dead.
Boom.
I don't trust it, but
man,
okay.
I wanted to question him.
So he pops up and fires a beam at Grom, and then I guess instinctively I'm like, "Don't mess with that horse," and I step away.
God damn
For
it.
some reason, that really bothered me.
Don't mess with that horse! Oh man, yeah, no, when I only have wizard hit dice, and then you hit me with the ×4, down he goes.
Dang.
Well,
that's good though. We didn't want to go into the next room with
That's true.
negative levels. So GG, Wizrobe. That's what you get for trying to disintegrate. I think it was him that shot the disintegrate at Prince out in the Wyvern
well,
Cavern.
we think so, yeah.
So yeah. Now look who got disintegrated.
Does anybody else feel like Clearer might just be right around a corner somewhere?
Oh, are we off initiative, Tommy? Oh no. Not like this.
Uh-oh.
We
Not
lost
like
you.
this has been called.
Reconnect dance, go. Oh boy, he's maybe stuck.
I have
That was
hit a
it.
disproportionate amount of nat 20s lately, though, I will say.
Yes,
Like,
you have.
I'm only critting on 20. I'm not even 19 to 20.
You crit Tommy so hard that his whole computer exploded.
Oh, wait, so Dell had asked if we were still on initiative. Is that... Oop. Asked
Nope.
and answered.
Question
Ask and you
answered.
shall receive. The body does kind of just collapse.
So
Does
I
a
would
bat
like
fly
to
out
take
of its chest?
I'd like to take this moment to remind everyone that I do have that locate object spell, and this might be a good time to try to find the phylactery, because we have a couple different ways, right?
I have a theory. Does that cost resources for you that could be used for anything else?
It costs me a second level spell, which I have five remaining spell slots, and nothing really. It's the same slot as glitter dust in case we find anything invisible again, but we have plenty of resources in that particular pool.
You have no level 2 healing spells.
I do not.
Okay.
Those are level 1 and level 3.
Looks
Wait,
awkwardly at the wand that we're carrying.
yeah, 1 and 3.
My thought this. So just I have a theory. This door was like super elaborate as fuck, and this door was like super basic. And when we opened this door, Tommy, you'd mentioned like that the air in here was kind of stifled. Is that correct?
Mm.
Or something? Yeah. So my guess is that this probably leads to where the tar pit was, and through this big ass door is probably end boss chamber. So, I mean, if you want to fire off a spell just to get a
If there's
little
no
more
harm in it,
information.
yeah.
If there's no harm in it, absolutely. I just wanted to make sure we weren't burning anything that might be useful for
Yeah,
something
no,
else.
there's very little harm in it.
Was anything on Wizrow, by the way?
Yeah, I literally just opened up his sheet to grab that. He does have some loot.
Strange, I didn't jump to
Magnificent
that.
white robes.
Oh, did Grom come back?
Oh yeah, I guess you can go fetch Grom now.
Grom's continuing to run.
I wish we
the way
had
home.
someone that could do something about those negative levels.
Give me
I mean,
7 more levels.
Give
That-
him
that-
diamonds.
what was Wizrobe's caster level?
Oh, it was a number.
Because it'll
Yeah,
come back
what?
in that many hours. He'll get his
Oh.
levels back.
I love when you ask questions like that. I love when Tommy gives answers like those even more.
I think Tommy hates my.
Oh, it's a number, all right.
Oh, it's a number. You got me
Rest
once,
assured.
like 9 months ago. Never again.
Never again.
Now wait till we get to second edition when I don't know the math as well. Like that's my one. I guess I don't know the order of things, but shout out to old Wiffle Possum. You've seen him do art on this channel. You've seen him play on this channel. He's gonna run the slithering for us, and I think I probably will. I won't stream it, but I forget how the language of Twitch is. I will share the stream on BDG. Yeah, but then I will understand second edition better. Anyway, let me grab the most interesting bit of loot that he has.
A phylactery.
By the way,
Ah, shit! What was that, Tara?
never mind.
That
What?
cut off. Were you making the same joke?
No, I'm trying to like. I was messing with some settings to try and fix it.
Oh, the mic.
My guess is it's just literally an issue of like, do you use a headset? You use a headset. Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, fair. So my guess is it's just sitting a little close to your nose, so when you exhale, you just straight into it.
Apparently, my husband can't hear me, so he'll move it up to my mouth and then
Hey,
like,
don't.
that becomes a problem.
Aren't you guys in the same room? Are you not set up like that? I
No,
just
we
assumed
are.
since we can always hear Tara.
We are, but like I guess I come through a little too quiet, so he'll move the mic to my mouth, and
Whoa.
Oh, hey Tommy.
How many poops will we have in one session?
Up
At
to
least
2.
2. Alrighty. His loot was. I thought when you see a magic item called Robe of Bones, you think it's a lot more interesting than it is. I'll just jam it in the loot.
I think Minoru would like that robe of bones.
Right.
This robe has bones.
No, it's like a robe of useful items, but it just vomits random like little baby, not as interesting as scream enervation at the top of my lungs at you kinds of things.
I was totally looking at that item when we were considering the Hell's Vengeance campaign. I was like, what kind of cool items would be great on my evil man, evil wizard? And I was like, ooh, Robe of Bones.
Well, pass it on to Vicious. Send it back home. Tommy's robes thought of you. With love, Kato.
With love.
God.
Love? What is that? I don't know what that is. I am Vicious Tigarius is my name.
The
And
letter
other
goes
edgy...
up into flames in his hands.
Okay, yep, should be all of that. Let me just... I would prefer if this was not just masterwork.
He had some things, huh?
He did. And all of these things, Ionia, as always, could grab. And it's that. Because at this point, the spellcraft checks to identify all of these are super. Not for Arcturus, but for Ionia. An amulet of natural armor +1, belt of mighty constitution +2. Because, in fact, he was living. Cloak of resistance +2, goggles of night, headband of vast intelligence +2, his spellbook, a +1 dagger. I don't think his spellbook is super important at the moment, is it? As I quickly well, now I gotta go grab all them spells.
We could tear it apart for scrolls, right? Isn't that how that works?
Somebody, there's so many
the page
gifs
out, yeah.
all at once of just like children tearing things apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me grab it real quick. He's got a lot of them.
Does anyone else not have an amulet of natural armor? I still
Let
don't.
me check.
I know Ionia has a natural armor +2.
Yeah, I'm good.
And
I have
Senya
a
and Kato.
+1. I don't know if Senya does. She does not.
All right.
That belt of mighty constitution, though.
I would just ask for one of any of those 3 items. That's all I.
The Cloak of Resistance definitely should not go to me because it doesn't stack with my occultist stuff.
I have a +1 Cloak of Resistance.
As do I.
Okay. Does anyone not have a cloak at all?
I don't
You
have a
don't,
cloak
but
at
it
all,
doesn't
but
work,
yeah, the Cloak
I
of
guess that's
Resistance
just
don't do
to
much for me.
Senya.
Minoru could use a Cloak of Resistance.
Oh yeah.
But I think if Tara needs one, it should go to her priority over him.
Don't think Tara has one.
She does not.
I do not.
Okay. Would you rather have the cloak or the amulet? +2 to your saves or +1 AC? Cloak's worth more, so.
Cloak's a better bet.
Yeah, I think saves will be better for me. So.
Okay. And then does anyone want the belt?
No. I mean.
I think probably
Okay.
any of our frontliners could make use of the belt.
No, I use a belt of dex. Tara uses a belt of strength.
Oh, well then I would like the belt.
Okay, perfect. Guess I'll take the amulet.
Who took the amulet? You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then who's taking you want those goggles? Those are your goggles, right?
They're not quite sniper's goggles, no.
No, not even.
They
No
are pretty
question.
good, though. I
All
mean,
right,
someone
so-
should slap them on just for the sake of it, even if we don't keep them.
Nah.
All right,
I don't need them.
I'll put them on.
Oh, though I will ask Senya if I forgot we gave her the freedom of movement ring. I'm gonna ask if I could put that back on.
Will you unmarry me?
You want me?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Ooh, animate dead. We'll definitely want those scrolls.
And I imagine the headband of vast intellect probably does not stack with the alien thing I'm wearing.
Which is also a
Which-
headband of
Which
vast
is the
intelligence.
handband. Yeah, that is a
Yeah, I
headband
didn't
of
think
vast
so.
intelligence.
They do not now.
Can't
Does
wear two of
anybody
the
else
same
need
item.
intelligence, or is that a sell item?
Sell item, I think.
Okay. Had to
Beautiful.
wham.
What do the goggles of night do? I would imagine like dark vision or something like that.
Let me grab them real quick.
Is it less good than that?
I'm pretty sure they're just dark vision. I could be wrong. Indeed, they are dark vision. 60 feet of dark vision for a lot of money. Dark vision in Pathfinder is expensive.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
sure you don't want that though?
I mean, what do they look like? Let me look at the description. The lenses of this
Nice.
item are made of violet crystal. Even though they are opaque, when placed over the eyes, they enable you to see normally and also grant 60-foot dark vision. Are they like? Can we like flavor them as like Ray-Bans?
How about you just put them on when it's dark and take them off when it's not?
I need to get Johnny Depp from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Fine, I'll put them on for now, just in case this next room plunges us into darkness or something. But I think we should sell these when we get the chance.
It's beautiful, Tommy.
Thank you.
Now I have the Corey Hart song in my head.
Good, good. Oompa, loompa.
All right, so Deloth, or not Deloth, Kato has 60-foot dark vision, FYI.
Dope.
For, until we get back to camp
Dope.
or base or town or whatever.
Alrighty.
All right. Well,
Next move, what
let's,
is?
So, do you want to do your little hocus pocus trick thing, Ionia?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I believe they call that magic spells. Hocus pocus trick thing.
The phylactery.
And it's a range of 800 right now, so I'll stand probably like closer to the middle of the room.
Alrighty.
Except everybody's in the middle of the room, so maybe not.
Grom, move, jeez.
just ask.
Yeah, just ask someone to move.
Still doesn't ping.
No ping. Dun dun. I figured it's shielded by something.
We have to hope.
It's just not here.
Well, we
This-
still have the life bubble up, so maybe it makes sense to go the way that we think leads into the
I agree.
tar pit and just kind of see if there's any loot in there before we scoot on.
So you know what I just got a flashback of? Like we go through this whole ordeal and we come out empty-handed. This is fake Namek.
Fake Namek.
You guys,
It's been a really long time since DBZ
the
abridged.
filler episode where they thought they found Planet Namek, but it was actually fake Namek, and they collected all the fake Dragon Balls, and then it turned out that it was all a big illusion.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we're on fake Namek.
And
right
y'all call me a weeb.
How many times have I showed up in a call and went, I am here? If anyone's a weeb, it's me.
Like the worst filler episode ever. But anyway. Yeah, let's go since this part here that I'm pinging is screaming like this is the way to go. We should probably go the other way first, just to explore. Since I think the Soul Eaters came from this direction too, and maybe even Wizrobe did. I think there might be some shit over here. We should.
Oh, should I do a quick scout? Just make sure
Nah.
there's no enemies. Because if there is enemies, I'd like to have my shield and stuff up. Is the reason I would like to do that.
Wait, in the tar pit room?
Yeah.
You
already
been there.
scouted the tar pit room.
Yeah, but didn't you just say the Soul Eaters came from that direction? So there might be somebody might have come. Okay, never mind. Let's just go.
I think we've killed all the stuff.
All the stuff. Surely must be slain.
All right, I'll go.
I'm gonna step in here.
Kick a trap.
Just immediately, oh, is that a
So-
trap? Pwah!
So Tommy, can you give me, since I have dark vision now, I guess I'm guessing I can see without a light source, right?
Nope. Hang on one sec. Night vision. Why do they call it night vision, not dark vision? They know what game you play on Roll20. There you go.
Nice, I can see. Guys, I can see. I'm moving very slowly just so you can.
Terry, did you want to hop in line in front of me?
/ what do we want to do with Grom?
He chilling.
He chilling?
Yeah, you wanna. What do you want to do?
It's not looking so hot.
Should we leave like Prince and Minoru to guard him? Is that stupid? That's probably stupid.
Can he like be like the last in like the column? Just gonna be following.
Have him and then Minoru behind him as the rear guard. Maybe.
I'm in front of Ionia, right?
Yeah. I think it's Kato, Senya. I don't know where Prince is.
With Kato right now.
Then me, Artoris, Grum, Minoru.
All right, so this is our marching formation.
Okay,
and
sounds
we will
good.
And we will march.
Alrighty. So as y'all make your way down the stairs, nothing seems to immediately happen. The walls are like more cyclopean frescoes everywhere, but not really a lot of much. There's a door at the end of the hallway that is shut.
So, what, Ionia, can you check it for traps before I kick it?
Sure, I'll sift.
Alrighty.
Actually, that's a good point. The last time we had an airtight door.
Mm-hmm.
Do the walls of this room look like they've been eroded by water?
No, they do not. They
Should be above that now, I think.
And either way, I guess we have the bubble.
is worth noting those stairs do go down though.
Oh.
Yeah. It's fine, I'm sure. I'm sure it's a self-contained area.
Well, go ahead and hit the perception check.
I guess we're gonna have to do that.
You're not really sure. Doesn't feel trapped.
All right. Good enough for me.
Mm.
No.
Just hang on.
Aid another with my perception.
Yeah. Is that possible with this kind of a check?
Yeah. Ionia is just percepting at a -5.
Guidance too, I guess, if you guys wanna.
Yeah. +1 guidance.
Oh, and you know what? I have a bonus to that as well. Now that I think about it. So that'll be a +4 on top of the 22.
Okay. Yep, seems to be just fine.
Okay.
Oh boy. Want to leave this hallway. I'm feeling claustrophobic.
It looks fine.
Open that door and then the
guys.
walls close and then we all die. TP.
Trash compactor style.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna very carefully push the door open.
Alrighty, give me a perception check.
Do the rest of us want to like wait on the stairs?
Now
We
you're all
just
here.
immediately.
You're all in it. Oh, it opened. Cool.
Alrighty.
Good.
Looking for treasure.
Looking for treasure. Oh, god damn it. I mean, yeah, fair. That's him. Akidoki. The chamber's walls are composed of burial alcoves. All are empty, save for small stone shelf ledges holding assorted bits of pottery. You go looking around. It's almost like eerily quiet in this room. There's a door here.
Damn.
There's a door here. Don't really see much anything.
Just a bunch of empty.
Bunch of empty burial chambers, yeah.
I'll sift again in the room.
Alrighty.
So that's 34.
Nothing seems to register to you as trapped. Lots of
Alright.
like
Is
bits of
anybody-
pottery are
Hidden-
disturbed.
Hidden
said-
rupees or anything?
Rupees in the pots.
Not a one. Clearly, whoever came through here before you took them all and absconded.
All right, and you said door. I'm sorry, here and here.
Yeah, you got it.
And do the doors have any, like, do they just look like basic doors, or do either of them stand out at all?
You can smell the smell of like burning tar coming from under this one.
Yes, we found it, guys. We found the shortcut we should have taken. Could have skipped a whole lot of water trappy bullshit if we had just gone through the tar pit to start. But I guess here we are. When do you guys want to go? And you guys want to do the tar pit side first?
Yeah, I mean, well, we still have the
Oh,
bubbles.
still
We
have
should.
the bubbles, yeah. Okay. Gonna. Is this door hot to the touch at all?
Yeah, probably a couple degrees warmer.
Okay, so do the old, best practice, like feel it with the back of my hand before
Nice.
grabbing the door type deal. And yank it open.
Alrighty. Bam! Inside, the terrain turns from the like tiled floor to just dirt out here. Everybody, as that door opens, can smell the smell of burning tar like just kind of waft into the room. The smoke starts floating in.
Lovely.
Alrighty. Time for some flavor text. This wide chamber appears to have
Love it.
been naturally formed. Its ceiling rises 25 feet and is festooned, that's a fun word, with stalactites. The stink of sulfur and tar are strong as a huge lake of bubbling black tar dominates this chamber. From rocky outcrops here and there on the walls bubble small springs of milky-looking water. Across the chamber, a stony shelf provides purchase for a door stoop before a black wooden door swollen in its frame. The broken stumps of two support posts protrude from the rock of the shelf as well as that of the main entrance near the pool's edge, showing where a wooden bridge once spanned the inky soup.
Nice.
Fortunately, with the power of air bubble, no one's at risk of suffocation. But indeed, the tar room is here.
All right.
Do we want to just fire off another sift in here?
Sure. So this is the room that, to confirm, this would have been the room that Ionia saw with the eye when she found not Wizrobe, Hell Knight Wizard and Spectre, right?
Almost
The first
certainly.
time?
Wizrobe Jr.
Wizrobe's apprentice. Okay. Ooh, this is nasty. Nasty tar. So naturally formed tar pit, basically. I guess it acts as a good natural barrier to entering. But yeah, let's sift through and see if we can find any treasures.
Alrighty.
So I imagine I'll probably have guidance on this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So 26 before any assists.
So, digging through the tar, boiling and bubbling and grossness, you do turn up a body. Everybody sees rising from the gross soup. This, like, the hand is covered in black tar. All right, let's make my TSA agent really happy again. I need to Google what happens to a body when you throw it in hot tar. That's gonna be a great one.
We're gonna end up on some kind of list somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure I already am. Man, that is the first thing that comes up on Google is, this is your body after 70 hot dogs. That's not what I wanted. It's not anywhere near what I wanted.
After 70 hot dogs?
Yeah, swear to God. And indeed, out falls a billion hot dogs. Vordakai is pissed. He says, "Get out of my fridge," and there it is. I guess tarring and feathering is basically what we're looking at here. Ugh, ugh. I didn't want to see those pictures, but here we are. Okay, so the skin is probably comes off with the tar a little bit as the hand rises and you out. But most of it is
No, not like this.
TBD.
Most of it is.
but most of it is TBD. God damn it. That's beautiful. No need to change that one. That's exactly what it is. But most of it is a nature check.
Hold on.
Nice.
Indeed, most of it, the bones are a little smaller, the fingers are a little longer than a human's. An elf. What seems to remain of the skin when black falls away to like a light purplish kind of color, presumably a drow.
Which is a dark elf, right?
Mhm.
Equivalent.
I'm scared.
Oh no, Tommy.
Oh no, Tommy.
No.
4?
You should be scared. It's the worst thing. It's this computer is exploding and booping. Indeed. Yeah, Dark Elf, Dunmer, Drow, all the same.
Yeah, okay.
Dunmer here?
You know what I mean.
Noise.
I
Oh
got
yeah,
you.
we do. You know what you mean. Okay. By Elm Alexia. What happened to him?
Oh, all right. Well,
Getting him out of the soup will be a thing.
Let's make it a thing.
has a good lasso.
I was gonna say we got rope. Let's tie a rope to the arm and have our strengthy person in the group just yank on the rope. Sound legit?
Yeah.
Kara? That's you I'm talking about.
Minoru gets real sad.
You're gonna tie a rope to the arm that's sticking out of the tar and pull this guy out. Well, I assume it's a guy. We don't know, I guess. All we see is the arm?
Yeah, just like from
Right now?
elbow up. Just like the symbol for Ray is dead in a lot of games. Just that hand like out of the ground.
Yeah, because we shouldn't, even though I don't think these bubbles will protect us from touching the tar, right? It's just from.
I think it's just breathing.
Yeah, you're just not
Yeah,
breathing
no.
in the noxious tar fumes.
So we don't want to try to like interact with this like physically. But if we can
Does
tie
anybody
a rope
have
or
a mage hand?
a mage hand, I don't know. Do you have that cantrip,
No, I do not.
Isker? I don't
I can
think.
create water and cool the tar.
Oh, I
think we should just try pulling it. Well, actually, the arm could just come off. That's my only.
the water, actually creating water in the tar pit might not be that bad of an idea. TBH.
I can
Wouldn't it-
disguise the tar as something less dangerous.
Wait. But won't it like cool? Like it'll make like eroded, right? Then the body will be firmly in.
Is that what
From-
happens to hot tar when you dump cold water on it? Or
You-
I don't imagine the water's not necessarily cold.
You create Concordia's very first highway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, maybe pull them out first.
Yeah, so I guess the outside rope and give it a yank.
Okay. So tying the rope would mean getting out there somehow. He's like,
Oh.
to be clear, yeah, come here, gelatinous cube. I need your help. Now you're a person. Oh shit.
He's all the way out there.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's still fine. Prince can fly the rope out there.
Okay.
Actually, why don't can we tie the rope to Prince, have him chomp the arm, and then you pull he can pull and you can pull on the rope, and we can all pull on
Wow.
the rope. Because Prince, has good strength. Not as good as Senya, but like if everybody assists on the pull with the rope tied to him, we might be able to get him up and out.
Tug of war with the tar pit.
All right, so Prince is gonna fly over and chomp onto that arm
Okay.
with a rope tied. Senya's holding the rope. I imagine we all grab the rope. Prince is going to pull with assists from everybody, pretty please.
What is it? Strength?
Yeah, I imagine.
All right.
I know.
Hey.
All right, and here's
Better showing than I expected.
so those are
Exactly
all
what
the-
you needed.
So those are all the assists.
Wait. Aw.
Oh, buddy.
He tried.
And here- oh yeah, Grump could help pull. Here's Kato's assist.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Look at that. I even put a note in there just for the. And then, all right, here's the one that mattered. Wow, 9. Grom, damn it. Oh wait, that's yeah. All right, here's the one that matters. Well, the big one. Dun, da, da.
Okay.
Well, Minoru at least had a 21 to assist, so
Yeah.
that's something.
So you guys all yank and pull and grunt and groan, and probably Kato just like touches the rope, gets a small rope burn, is like, nope, fuck this. To eventually you pull and the arm does give. I guess you don't really hear the snap because it's in tar, but it does just probably just a suctiony noise, as it is just the arm boop, out of the tar pit.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, well, it was worth a try.
By virtue of the fact that the prince is there, the rope is not dragged through the tar, making matters much worse for you.
Is there a ring on the arm or something?
Any ring on that?
Unfortunately, no. Mostly just tar.
All right.
Yeah, Elf probably had a story to tell too.
I
Can the
mean, we could
object read an
probably
arm?
object read his arm, maybe.
Guess it's an object now.
I have
right?
to touch it though, and isn't tar like really hot?
Well, the arm was
The
sticking out.
arm
of
was
the tar.
was sticking out that we pulled out. Yeah.
Oh, the arm is not covered in tar.
I mean, I can cool it down anyway. I could create water.
Concordia's first miniature highway. What is this? A highway for ants?
God damn it.
So can you set tar on fire?
Almost certainly.
Isn't
Okay, I
that
was
what
gonna say.
basically what pitch is?
Right. I was gonna say, should Prince in anger fire breathe on the? Okay.
No? Why would you do that?
Okay, he's gonna fly back and drop the hand on Ionia's head. Bunk.
Wow, my head! Oh, that's rude. Alright, well, I guess I'll spend some time holding this arm. I hate you all. And we'll do an object reading.
And it's covered in dragon saliva too.
I mean, I'm less concerned about that.
One of these
I have
things
a
is
big
much.
old dog, I'm not worried about slobber.
Yeah. Okay, and the real question becomes, will my computer shit itself while I try to do another exposition? Only time will tell. You take the hand, shakes back, rolling up.
It waves.
Hello, I'll tell you. And then the ghost of the drow just comes. No, he was very clearly a specter. The connection is a little disjointed. The connection is a little weebly wobbly. But what you do get out of it is this sense of finality. All you need to do is truly, if there's an ancient lich slumbering in this random place in the mountains, if you wake them up, it serves as 2 birds with 1 stone for who's in charge. And the who's in charge, that part gets a little, like, the image kind of skips in your mind's eye. Like, they say the name of who's in charge, but you don't get it. And then it, like, moves forward to, and then we can retire to Absalom and leave all of this behind us, and we won't have to worry about assassinating kings and propping up bandit lords and so on and so forth. Followed immediately by, oh, what is this guy doing here? He teleports away. I will shadow dance after him.
And suffocation?
Followed rapidly by, oh shit, and then dead.
It's the
It's that guy, yeah.
It's that guy. That's how he suffocated. He shadow danced or whatever.
Oh, that's horrifying.
That is really bad.
It's even worse than I thought.
But it means he probably has the rest of his body probably has really valuable stuff on it if he's like a spellcaster.
I mean, or burned up by tar.
I don't know. Magic items are very resistant.
Yeah.
Very, yeah.
All right, well,
so okay, how can we?
How can we get this loot?
How can we get this guy's loot?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not happy that you guys make me do that.
I mean, that's pretty
I'm happy
horrifying.
you did it. All right. If we set the tar on fire, will it eventually like burn away and then? Like if we set it on fire and then leave, right? Like and come back later.
You just have to not look at it when it goes up. You have to throw the match behind you as you casually walk away.
Well, Prince is immune to fire, so he can take the flames and just like we can all leave. He can just the flames will shoot up. He won't get hurt by them, and then he just joins the rest of us.
Could do that.
Prince is
what kind of
immune to
knowledge
fire.
would it be to know if that would actually like burn the
He's a
tar
red-
away, or if it would just
He's
kind
a
of
red
like
dragon.
Right, but is he immune to just high temperatures in general?
It says fire immunity.
The high temperatures part would come from air bubble, or a life bubble rather. Eventually, red dragons will grow into they can't take like they don't get fatigued in hot
Couldn't the
climates and things.
person, couldn't the person with freedom of movement just walk in and get it?
Burning tar.
Yeah. Well, I'm not before it's burning. Just
No,
hot
I mean
right now.
it's hot tar right now. Like I'm pretty sure it's still scalding at this. Is it
yeah. I
not?
mean, it wouldn't like if you dipped your hand in tar, that would still happen to Kato's legs. Whatever happens in that case,
Wait,
3rd-degree burns
roll
or whatever.
nature. That's what Tommy said.
Nature, yeah.
Working on it.
And the question was, if you set the tar on fire, would it burn it all away?
Yeah.
Presumably yes, but also presumably it's coming in from somewhere.
Oh, so the fire would travel to wherever it's coming in from, and we would like destroy an entire ecosystem maybe in the process.
Just oops, all of Galarian.
If it's
Oh.
coming from bubbling up from somewhere deep beneath, it will probably create like a pressure bomb, and we'll just take half like the mountainside with us.
Man, you could too. That's how you get
Ooh,
Vordakai.
That's how we nuke Vordakai. He did nuke. He did burrow underneath our castle and blow our shit up.
Now I can burrow underneath his castle.
I'm half tempted to light this grenade in his lair and just say, "Fuck you, dude."
The shell protects subjects from extremes of temperature as well as extremes of pressure. Pretty sure you can
Okay.
just walk in there. Problem would be you're walking through tar, but if we have a ring of movement, I think we're okay.
Right, but I get dirty. My clothes, dude.
Not his.
Would it be spellcraft to know if it would work that way?
That should work, yeah. That plus freedom of movement, you're good.
Okay.
Well, make Senya do it. She's stronger than you anyway, and whoever it is
That's
has
true.
to pull the body out.
All right. All right, Senya, will you marry me again? All right, take the ring and go dig around in the tart for a while. Also, grab the body, but also dig around and see if there's anything else cool down there while you're at it.
What is down there? I'm sure there's got to be something down there other than what I put in, right?
I almost feel like this is maybe why they planted the Ring of Freedom of Movement in the dungeon, because otherwise, how the hell would you ever explore the bottom of this tar pit?
I don't think you're supposed to. I think I was supposed to leave a zombie wizard here, and he was supposed to be like, "Mah, mah, mah. I'm a zombie
Alright.
wizard, and now I will fight you." And then that was the end of that.
We already killed him.
Ripperino.
All right, so
You
Ripperino.
want me to walk into the tar pit and fish
With-
for the body?
yeah, so the life bubble is going to protect you from the heat and all the everything, and the ring lets you move through without being restricted at all. So you're just going to go in there, you're going to grab the body, you're going to drag him back and throw him out onto the where we're standing, and then while you're out there too, might as well dig around and see if there's anything else you find at the bottom of the pit.
Might as well just dig around in the tar.
Who knows? There could be other skeletons down there with.
There's just so many mastodons at the bottom of the pit.
All right, get digging.
All right.
Should basically be right where the arm broke off, right?
That's what I imagine. Yeah, start at the gelatinous cube at least.
Gotta get a running start to dive in. Oh man, this is all very like, no, you don't do that. That's bad. No. But indeed, you.
Here goes nothing.
I suppose the sensation is because it doesn't hurt you because you have a spell on you. Is a little more like stepping into like pudding, and then like you start to sink and you feel your legs stick and then unstick, and then stick and then unstick and then stick and then unstick. It would take a little bit of time, I presume, to because you don't have line of sight down there really. You're just kind of fishing around in chocolate pudding.
It's cool because we could all use a bit of a rest.
But eventually, over the course of like an hour or so, Senia is able to come up with the drow's body as well as like probably in total there's like a couple dozen random bodies. Some of them are very distinctly kobold. Some of them are very distinctly like here's a real big centipede. But some of them are like just random humanoids. There are a disturbing amount of bodies in this pool. There are a disturbing amount of bodies in this chocolate pudding. Anyway.
So this is where the kobolds and the mites ended up.
What was Ione gonna say?
If we're spending an hour with Senya digging through the tar pit, can I cast Scrying on Kalira?
Yes, you could.
Anybody have any opposition to that?
Scry the shit out of her.
There's certainly enough water there that you don't need a different kind of focus. Okie dokie. I will make my will save. So while that's happening, Ionia makes a circle shape out of the little running milky water. Not like this. Okay, no, I didn't cut. I just watched my webcam cut. I think it might be a little too warm in this room. I think is maybe why I'm having problems more so today. I think my poor little babby computer is doing an overhot. I'm doing an overhot. I think the vent in this room might not work either. Anyway. You project your feelings for Kalira into the pool. The pool shimmer. And yeah, you do get an image of her back, staring directly overhead. She's waiting, leaning up against the side of... How far do you get with scrying? I think it's 10 feet. Yeah, okay. So leaning up against one of those really big Cyclops tombstones. She's also replaced her signature greatsword with a halberd. And she's just kind of waiting.
Okay. Does it look like the same room that I had seen with that one object rating where I saw all of the like Cyclops crypts or whatever?
No, it looks like the bottom end of the Valley of the Dead.
Bottom end of the Valley of the Dead.
Yeah,
Okay. That's where we came up from, right?
exactly.
Gotcha.
That's
And
interesting.
I wouldn't be able to see if she still had the phylactery in her eye since I saw from her back, right?
You would be able to. She does not. She's missing her eye, but there's no. The oculus is not in there.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh. Damn.
Hmm.
So I will inform the group that Kalira seems to be waiting for us at the trailhead, and it looks like she no longer has the phylactery.
I should have said the trailhead. Yeah, that made so much more sense.
So like outside.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
the
at
way
the
we came
bottom
from.
of the mountain.
And we
Ah.
passed through that like cemetery briefly before we made it to the stairs, right? I think.
hmm
Okay, well, I mean, we're not too far from there right now, considering this
Again,
tar pit
it's-
leads out.
It's no, it is far. Remember
Yeah.
the stairs were way longer than.
We're like miles away.
D&D, a game where a 3-hour walk takes 5 minutes, but a 5-second battle takes 3 hours.
Exactly. But still our priority is the phylactery, which she seems to not have.
Yeah.
Which probably doesn't bode well for us. That probably means
No, it bodes very well for us. I think.
Does
it means
it?
it's here.
Well, it
but
means it's
doesn't that
here,
also
but
mean
she
that maybe Vordy is using it?
Well, no,
still
remember
has it now.
she couldn't have it in her eye because his body has to reform. So once that process starts beginning in full, it would reform in her head, and she would her head would blow up. Remember that?
God
Is
damn it.
that is that
But
how that works?
that's kind of what I'm saying. Is
Didn't
that
Tommy he made a mention about that, about how there would be like a little baby Vordakai in her head if it was like the process had begun already.
right?
Well,
So if
doesn't the
she's
process-
removed it, then that probably means the process has begun, right?
Or the
Doesn't
process is over and Vordakai has taken his artifact back.
Yeah. Either way, it's
That's my guess.
probably not good.
I view it the opposite. I think it's.
I have a feeling we're going to be running into a Cyclops very soon, unfortunately. But we failed to beat the respawn.
Hi, what are you guys talking about? Sorry, I can resist.
God damn it, Tommy. All
Just
right,
emerging from the tar. I'm a Cyclops. Oh shit.
but yeah, let's not waste any more time debating over whether this is good news or bad news that Kalira doesn't have the Oculus. Anything on these corpses that Senya dug out?
Not a thing. Most of them are just bones. Some of them are. I don't know what the hell happens to bones when they've been in tar for a very, very long time, but that happened. Mostly just plot things, in case that wasn't like a super relevant thing that got picked up from the object reading from the Dark Elf.
So the Dark Elf didn't have anything on him either.
No.
What? That seems highly illogical, but okay.
No loot for you!
I assume it all just got burnt off. Disintegrated in the tar.
Quick question: when we had the fight at the like cliff with the two wyverns and everything, did Kalira have the Oculus in her eye at that point?
Yes, I believe. I
Mhm.
recall.
Okay, I thought so. And that's been what, like a couple hours ago?
Probably,
Yes.
yeah, maybe a
Okay.
few at this point because of this tar room stuff.
3 or 4, yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so no loot. Where's the door that led back out to that wyvern plague encounter? It's right there.
From
Okay.
the daylight, you can kind of see poking through that direction.
Okay, we
Do
see
we
that.
see anything from here? Or are these just kind of like, is this a wall?
More water. There was a bridge here. The bridge is now super dead, and there's a door there.
There's a door. Oh. All right. Noise. So, but the bridge is gone. Good thing we can.
I mean, if we want to check out this way,
It doesn't
we could-
hurt.
we could either just send a scout to like peek and see if it's something that requires all of us, but we could do like, never mind. Let's just check it first.
Treasure,
We'll
treasure.
worry about all getting over there later.
So Senya can just like romp across the tar pit still.
I can't
Prince can
not
fly
hear
over.
Mario noises at that. Urgh.
I guess I'm over there with.
Open sesame.
Alrighty.
See if like there's anything weird about the door.
Go for it. Make a perception check.
Looks perfectly fine to me.
It is swollen. Like, it's a wooden door that has been exposed to a lot of things it shouldn't have been. Opening it would take a little bit of effort. This seems to be a good one to have Kato to kick.
Then you can kick harder.
I'm gonna use my foot key then.
Did I already sift in this room?
Yes.
Okay. And we didn't find any traps or anything, right?
Mm-mm.
Just want to be sure before we kick anything.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on. I'm like growing terribly.
Dunk. It's fine. Prince has
But-
got this.
Hopefully, I just got a stub toe.
And Prince does not got this. He leans in. He probably chips some of the wood, but that's about it.
Huh.
Well, should we maybe go back the other way? We can always come back here once everything is cleared out.
Hit it with your hammer.
What is that as?
Just it's an attack roll with your hammer.
Try and do that.
Because I certainly know the hardness and hit points of a wooden door off the top of my head. You definitely hit the door, gives a little, but you don't take it down. As you see, everyone else is suggesting go this way.
Wow. Prince
Do you
is
want me to try again?
I will remind everyone that we have. We spent an hour in here with the air bubbles. How much time had we spent before that?
It's probably been a couple hours all told.
So a couple as in 2.
Yeah.
We've got a little less than an hour left. And that's the only casting I can do today, so we might want to just kind of call this what it is and keep going in case there's more traps that require it.
well.
I second that vote.
We're not going to be able to come back through here once the bubble's gone.
This room will
We
still
could
exist.
after a day of rest.
Yeah, can we go back the other way where we know it's like the main way?
See, I just want to look at the other side. Look at what's on the other side of this door.
I mean, we
And if it's-
tried and failed to open the door.
Alright, Sanya's gonna wade back through the tar.
Y'all ready? Well, I will, for the sake of expediency. Whoop.
Sorry, and I'll hand back the ring. Or the boot. Is it
Oh.
the ring? It's a ring.
It is a ring.
I goofed. Oh no. Okay, no, we're good. We're so good. Somebody's where they shouldn't be. I tried to grab everybody all at once, and it seems to have mostly just caused the map to crap its pants. That was strange. Why did that happen? Ah, it was you! It was Kato who was outside the dynamic lighting. I'm trying to put you all back in the room. Stop moving. Sit. Sit down. Sit.
Sorry.
Arbiter, you sit. Minoru is a good boy. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so this way?
I forgot the jelly cube. Alrighty, to remind folks in that room. Oh, boom. Gotta scroll up this PDF. Inside this room, there is. Almost there. Yeah, this is it. The construction of this chamber differs from those seen previously. The ceiling reaches to a height of 20 feet overhead and appears to bear many fractures in the rock. In the center of the chamber, 2 columns of mortared stone support a ceiling of strange, delicate arches of stone.
These are some strange, delicate arches, guys.
And then here, of course, the roughly hewn chamber, the bronze double door here, and then seems to be another door unopened right there.
I'll sift in this room as well.
Alrighty. Nothing comes up.
Okay.
Perhaps the faint smell of brackish water. That is about all.
Anything hidden that my elvish eyes can see?
Nope.
Okay.
You see Jubilost and Bach, and they're being taken to Isengard. To Isengard!
Okay, so we have one door where Cato's standing, and was there another?
Farther on this way, there's more room.
Oh, to the east, okay. Or whatever direction it actually is. To the right.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Hmm. Uh-oh.
Hmm?
I have
Oh.
vision of something.
You had a vision of something. I'll tell you what that something is. Could everyone make a will save? No, I'm kidding.
I see a token.
Indeed, what
Yeah.
you do see is engaged masonry columns form shallow alcoves around a central pillar in this flat-roofed chamber. Manacles hang from the walls near ancient bloodstains, and from where y'all are positioned, there is a, like, the head of a human woman just lying face, probably her face about the way it appears on the board, just like staring off at the back wall, slumped over. She appears to be breathing.
Just ahead.
That's all you see from where you are now.
Oh.
That only the head appears to be breathing. Her arms are like, or rather from where you're sitting, probably just her like left arm is stuck in a manacle into a central column.
Is she in this room or like
No.
over?
I mean, I
over
would have
here?
immediately rushed
Gotcha.
up to help her.
And when Artoris rushes over, that's when he sees the bottom half of her as a horse.
Oh, a centaur.
Okay.
You move up, her eyes kind of like open. As she rolls over, her eyes are open, but she can't really focus on anything. She's breathing, but it's really, really, really shallow.
Does she seem conscious?
Yes.
I use a wand charge on her.
Alrighty. And indeed, the magic flows through her. She's got a lot of like cuts and bruises and things, and those heal, but she doesn't pick up. Her breathing remains really shallow. Her eyes are still kind of like half lucid.
Does she show any acknowledgement of our presence?
Yeah, not much, but yeah.
Can I do a heal check to see what's wrong with her?
Sure.
Oh, come on.
No, that's enough. It's you'd almost think she was dead, if not for the very shallow breathing and like the fact that her eyes are kind of twitching a little. Seems to be something on the order of like a lich might have hit her with a paralytic touch.
Okay.
Oh, she's got that permanent paralysis thing that he's been trying to get us with.
Damn.
Need a remove paralysis spell or anything that can remove a curse would do it.
I pull up my cell phone and call Dazia.
Alright, yeah. And she immediately teleports in. Oh shit, what happened? I'll fix it. Is anyone else hurt? Let me channel energy ad nauseum.
Oh, we could use the Ring of Freedom. Right?
That would in fact work, yes.
Would that only work while she's wearing it, and then when we take it off, she'd be like,
yeah,
shitty again?
It'd be like TAI in a Bethesda game. She would just on the spot.
All right. So that's an option.
Kato doesn't want to give up his ring.
No. Is that our only? Like, if we have to do that, that makes sense. But is that the sum total of our options?
Yeah.
I don't have anything else I
have
could do.
Yeah, I have nothing.
We have no scrolls. So I could help with this. What's in that scroll? What was in that wizard's book?
Nothing that would help here. Most of it would do the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all very nasty shit. What about the Hell Knights book that we took? You didn't?
Most of that was just fire and stuff.
Yeah.
Arcane spell list doesn't really have a lot for this.
Turns out it doesn't. Okay. Well, you healed her, so hopefully she's won't. When she does regain her movement, she won't see us as an enemy or try to. If she tries to run off, I'm gonna get my ring back one way or the other. But
Isn't she like chained?
Are you serious?
oh yeah, she's chained. She is chained up.
She won't be chained when a ring of freedom of movement hits her, though.
That is true. All right. All right, friend. If you can understand me, I don't know if you speak common, but if you do, we're here to help. Don't run away. And he grabs her hand and slides the ring onto her finger.
What language do centaurs speak?
That would be a knowledge something check.
Knowledge nature. Yeah, sure. What else? Hey, that's gonna. Generally speaking, Sylvan, or sometimes Giant, or sometimes regional dialects. Around here, you would think Iberian. As
Okay.
that's where she probably came from.
Well, I speak Sylvan and Giant, so I will translate what Kato said in both of those languages. And then I can also try linguistics to do my best to get it
Butcher
across
some.
to her if one of those languages doesn't work.
Okay. She seems to understand Giant. The ring goes on when she catches her breath. Like, it's slow and shaky at first, even though it doesn't need to be because she has a ring of movement. Ring of movement plus muscle atrophy is a real weird combo. She eventually does right herself, stands up to her full height, towering over all of you. Turns to Ione and just, who are you? Are you... She, like, pulls on her hand that is manacled, expecting resistance, and then it just, like, I guess no clips through the manacle, basically. Just, and then out it comes, I guess. She pinches the bridge of her nose. Are you with Amalia?
Oh boy.
I'll tell her we're friends.
Best of friends.
And I will tell her I
You're lucky
know
I can't
Amalia,
understand
but
you.
I haven't seen her in quite some time.
Nods.
I guess all of that was true from Ionia's
Yes.
perspective. Yeah.
Can you tell her that? Can you ask her if how she got here?
How did you get here?
Story is a long one. Are we safe here? Are there more? She kind of like stops and hesitates at that and looks back at the passage where everybody is like standing and leans to try to like see around folks.
I'll tell her we've killed many enemies, but we've heard there may be more as we continue.
We're a lich hunting.
Did we lose Tommy again? There he is.
No, Tommy's still here. She's just really slow. She nods. Where is the magic one?
Which magic one?
She kind of hangs for a second. I remember a glowing red eye. When I stumbled upon this place, she kind of like pinches her nose again. He appeared, brought me here. Been here for weeks.
I'll dig in my bag and pull out ration and my water skin and give it to her. And I'll say we're looking for the same object. And I'd like to sense motive to see if she is maybe looking for it for dubious means.
Okay.
Are you evil?
Exactly.
No, she seems to mostly have like half of a picture. She takes the food, eats it readily. No, she seems on the level, just almost like somebody caught, like, how do I want to phrase this? I won't say in the wrong place at the wrong time, but like really, really out of her depth.
Does Arbiter ping chaos on her?
I'm gonna roll a d9. Wow. No.
Okay. Do I suddenly get the sense that she's lawful good?
No. Not even close. What bullshit.
On that note, though, I can sense auras.
Okay.
Let me see where that is. Oh, here it is.
Let me just take a look at centaurs really quickly. How many hit dice did you have? Okay, yeah. There is a. It's really, really faint, but she does radiate a very, very trace amount of both like absolute law and absolute good.
Okay, cool. Can roll with that. I will take this moment while she's eating to say to the group, she seems to be a friend of Amalia's, and I think we can trust her.
Ask her if she has the means. I guess Arbiter could also be a translator, but ask her if she has the means to remove the paralysis effect. It's possible she has the ability, but she was paralyzed and couldn't before.
I'll say to her, the ring we gave you will allow you to move. We will need it back. Do you have the ability to remove the paralysis yourself?
Shakes her head no.
We have a friend who may be able to help if you wouldn't mind coming with us when this is all said and done.
She nods. Seems I don't have a lot of choice. I should probably get back to my tribe.
Would any of them be able to help with your condition?
Almost certainly.
Once we get what we came for, we can escort you back to them.
Are you? Well, Arbiter's translating this to me as well. The tribe wouldn't happen to be located near a big skeleton, would it?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Found a lot of. Do you want to break the news?
I will, in common, trying to kind of keep my composure, I will say I don't know how to tell her that.
I mean, it could be a different tribe. Just ask her. You just kind of got to tell her what we found and hope it's not related. Though
Arbiter and I will do it if you don't. He deserves to know the truth.
You're right. Arbiter isn't the most empathic creature, though.
Ha, he gets me.
I'll turn back to her and say, you should know we found something disturbing on our way in. And I'll explain the scene that we had found near the big skeleton thing as gracefully as I'm able to.
She nods. Mammoth herds gather around that. When my tribe migrated here from Iberia, that's where we would get our meat. She gets real quiet. Just kind of like leans down, sits.
Are there other tribes nearby? Is it possible it was somebody else?
She shakes her head really slowly, no.
I'll put my hand on her. I don't know if I can reach her shoulder, so I guess just like kind of her forearm or something, and just say, you have my deepest sympathies. And if you're in need of a home, you are welcome in Concordia.
She nods.
Cato will look to Ionia and ask her to translate this on his behalf. That, as we've mentioned, we're here hunting the fiend, responsible for many atrocities. Not also, it seems, including one or more than one that's been inflicted upon her. If she seeks vengeance for her tribe, if she is able to take up arms with us, we would gladly help her see that vengeance upon this vile creature.
I will relate that back to her, but using less vengeance. More justice, maybe?
Justice, fair.
I'll
Justice sounds,
substitute
yeah.
vengeance with justice.
As so many of us so often do. Okay, so you say all that. She nods real deep. The words hit her and they resonate, but like you can look her up and down, and without using a lot of resources to get her hit points back up, she's mostly a liability right now. She looks capable of defending herself, but not like when she's been chained to a post and malnourished for 2 weeks. When she's been 2 weeks is kind of an arbitrary number. I don't know why I said that. When she's been beaten, abused, tortured, and everything in between.
I mean, maybe this is why you've had that big heal spell on reserve this whole time.
You guys think is that what we want to do with it?
How many heals do you have?
I have 4 spell slots remaining. They're the same spell slots as Fly and Dispel Magic.
Is that Cure Serious or Cure Moderate?
Cure Serious.
At a very high caster level, too.
True.
I think burning 1 spell slot to give us an ally in the coming fight is probably not a horrible investment.
Do I get the sense that if we used a heal, she'd be that would kind of do away with a lot of those problems?
Yeah, there's still the recent trauma that's just slapped her in the back of the head.
Can I have?
But that trauma might actually drive her to fight harder.
Can I have a perception to see, like, to assess just how useful she would be? Like
Does
not
she
to
look like a warrior or like a civilian?
Yeah, like not to be too mechanical on it, but like her level, basically.
Sure, yeah, go for it. Dang.
Nice.
Okay. So, I guess the phrase "as strong as a horse" does apply here. She certainly is, like, she's a lot of things, and strong is all of them on a species level. She also, like, she's not, like, armed. There's nothing magical pings on her. But she can, you have to assume if she were to rear back and kick, it would be like being kicked by Grom. It would hurt real bad.
Could she use a weapon if we gave her, say, a
+3 katana.
or
just ask her, I guess.
I was going to say a +1 Lucerne hammer.
Yeah,
Or
almost
a
certainly.
+1 dagger. We've got a lot of things.
All of the above are good, and she is, though she mechanically is large, her top half is the same size as all of y'all, and so she does wield medium weapons.
All right. Well,
I mean, Tarek's carrying around an extra massive two-hander that might actually be. She could probably swing with some authority, I imagine.
I mean, in character, my preference would be for her to wait here while we deal with the rest of this.
Why don't I just ask her what she would like to do?
Well, that's why I asked you to translate that. Would she be willing to
Right,
join us in
yeah.
battle?
If we were able to heal her, I'll add on to what Kato had said as well.
Okay. Is healing her what you want to do?
Well, we're asking her if she would rather wait here for us to go deal with the problem and then come back for her, or if she would prefer to join us and fight if we heal her.
She kind of, like, the words hit her. She closes her eyes. Wait here. Leave. Never return to these lands.
Understandable.
If you ask me to, I'll go with you. I don't know how much use I would be.
I'll relay that back to the group.
Silence permeates the prison.
I mean,
I'll just tell everyone she seems reluctant to fight. Said she would if we asked her to, but I think she'd prefer not to. So I kind of need a party vote here.
I mean, how about she just accompanies us, but if combat breaks out, she backs off. Middle ground.
Sure. I will tell her.
Dao, Senya, like anyone, other thoughts? That's like the best middle ground option.
Yeah, I mean, at which point I don't think we should invest. We should burn a healing slot on her.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna put the heal on her if she was gonna fight with us.
Well, I'd say one slot. Still have plenty left.
If we're investing in her, we're investing in a sword arm as well.
I'm trying to guarantee her survival.
And I'm trying to guarantee our survival as well. If we're going to burn a cure major wounds, which we should probably use on each of us. So
many of us are already damaged, and that, like, we have very limited healing.
I mean, unless she helps us when we heal her, I don't see burning a heal slot as useful.
I assume we have
I'm the only one with a humanitarian bent to this question. I mean, we're gonna drag her along half dead.
All half dead.
No, we're not.
I mean, I'm looking at Tara's hit points. She seems to be the only one that's basically literally half dead.
How is that possible? I burned like so many wand charges on you. On her, yes.
And she took 20. Then she took 20 damage on a blood sacrifice or a blood ritual.
That's
yes.
Right. That's the ritual.
I guess an accurate way to put it is Minoru and I are both like a third dead.
Yeah, I'm a third dead, and Tara's half dead.
And I'd say we should let her remain here. Then we come back and get her on her way out.
Well, then this would cause a bit of. I'm worried that if we do leave her here, that my next suggestion is going to cause some drama.
Ah, yes. A year ago, so much drama, and we've come back to it.
And that would be that we take the ring back for now.
I actually think I agree with you because the ring has helped us a lot getting to this point.
And
The idea of re-paralyzing her is actually a horrible prospect. But if she knows it's, we'll be back.
We're going to come back in favor.
And we need this possibly to move. We may need this to move forward and finish our mission. But we make a vow that we'll restore her faculties and get her some like permanent healing. But of course, then she's taking. At that point, I wonder if she would rather come with us and fight if it's one or the other, right? Return to paralysis or fight alongside us. I mean, that's kind of the ultimatum I want to then give to her. Like, we'll come back for her for sure, assuming we survive.
Yeah, I'll tell her one way or another, we are going to help you get out of here. For the time being, if you wish to stay here, we understand and respect that choice. The ring that's allowing you to move has been very helpful to us in getting to this point.
And she's able to pick up what you're putting down from there, and she like immediately backs off and shakes her head. She like her hand that the ring is not on goes over top of the ring, and she like turns that hand and that part of her body like away from you as if to shield it from you. She is visibly frightened.
As I imagine.
The whole suggestion was ridiculous, and you should all be ashamed of yourselves.
She needs to come with us then. Whether the ring comes with us with her wearing it or with her not wearing it, it's coming with us.
I understand if you don't wish to return the ring until you've been fully healed, but if that's your choice, then we do need you to, at the very least, follow behind us. Does that seem fair?
She's still like visibly freaking out. Just why?
As I explained before, we wouldn't be able to have made it this far without that ring. And so if we are to continue and put an end to this threat permanently, we may need its power again.
I need it to function. What if I need to run? What if he comes back? There are like, as she blanches with fear, there are spots of her that do not change color. You presume some kind of like magic, probably from Vordakai.
We'll protect her.
That's why we would like for you to come with us, so we can act as your bodyguards, and you can wear the ring as we continue forward.
Also, since she can speak, Janet pipes up and says, "We brought him down several times already. We're here to bring him down permanently."
If you killed him, why does he come back?
We don't exactly have the time for me to explain to you how liches work, but trust us, this will be the final time.
Her eyes get kind of wide at the mention of Lich. She continues to...
You're rolling like diplomacy or something on these?
I mean, you can, but diplomacy is not mind control. The best you could do is get her to like not be freaking out as much.
Try that. If anybody wants to aid me there.
No, I wish I could speak this language.
Yeah, only folks who can.
It should flash you a brilliant smile.
You would have guidance.
So +1 on top of that.
Yeah, at this point, she's mostly just like scared, has been like not in a good way for a very long time, and has been given that good way back. And then there's a come fight with me or I'm taking it from you.
Well, we're not exactly asking her to fight. We're just asking her to kind of trail behind us. That way, if another enemy appears, we will be able to protect her. Whereas if she stays here waiting for us, if someone were to come, she'd be on her own.
That's a good positioning.
Nevertheless, she's mostly just uncomfortable. She also seems to be perceptive enough to have picked out that like most of the things that would put her to harm are coming from Kato. She doesn't understand you, but she can, how do I want to say this? Understand the social dynamic that's going on, I guess, that kind of thing. Or like the
That I'm
relationship,
gonna-
the relationship dynamic between Kato and Squad. Yeah.
God, I wish I knew Giant or Sylvan or something. Or whatever it is she speaks. All I can do is smile.
Arbiter, could you let her know that I'm giving my word that I will keep her safe and that I will keep her invisible the entire time that she's with us, and that I apologize for the conduct of some of my comrades, but that I at least have her safety and well-being in mind and intend to see that through.
Sure, that's what I was trying to portray as well.
It's just,
I don't even look at you.
And Arbiter translates. She turns towards you, nods, and then like extends the hand that the ring is not on. So you have like a quick like tag me, make me invisible kind of thing.
I do so.
And so she is. I'm
Let's be off.
tempted to put her on the GM layer, but I won't go that far.
Well,
Yeah,
Ask her-
I was gonna just to reiterate this, that I would still be able to see her with my passive see invisibility.
Gotcha. A faint centaur-shaped outline.
I will say in common to Ionia that I'll be counting on you to keep an eye on her to make sure she doesn't try to sneak off, thinking we can't see her.
I don't think she will. I think she's mostly just
Me neither.
scared and
Me
bitter
neither.
in a
I'm
bad
just
way.
There's a pretty
agree.
loud stamp on the ground, basically as soon as Kato says that. Ionia can see that, like, you know exactly where it comes from, and the expression on her face is not a happy one.
I look to her and say, "Did you just understand what I said?"
No response. Arcturus can tell with the gigantic insight that he has that she can't understand you, but she can, much in the same way Arcturus would be able to pick up context clues. Shifts in tone of voice. You're not going to be able to get a lot past her.
But let's just move on. Like, she's invisible. She's agreed to come with us. We have an understanding that she will not engage in combat. She'll try and stay safe, but she'll be with us in case we need the ring. It'll be awkward if we need it, but otherwise, I know what's really going on here is the value of the ring is in people's mind. So, with that being said, there was the only doorway back right here. Is that right?
Yeah. And then
Okay,
there's
so-
a door here and a door here.
Oh, okay. So there was like a cluster of doors right in that little narrow hallway, like immediately upon entering.
Yeah, there are two. One takes you
Okay.
back where you came from.
Oh, right, of course. All right. Well, then, if there's no further objections, then Arcturus is taking point.
Okay. She does. Ionia can see she pretty much sticks to Arcturus.
I have see invisibility still.
There are worse people to
keeping
stick
that
to.
rolling.
Did we lose Kato and Senya? Oh, here's Senya.
So there's just the one door then. There's the one we came through and the one new one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we sifted and we determined. Is there anything? Is it just another wooden door?
Yeah, this one appears to be a lot more simple.
Does this one have any cracks or anything that a tiny object could fit through?
No, not really.
Damn. All right. Then I guess Senya, are you nearby? Ionia, would you like to? Oh, there she is.
What do you, What do you,
We're
I mean,
opening that door, yeah.
Minora can assist here as well.
Oh, it shouldn't. I think it's just a matter of
Oh
opening
yeah,
it.
'cause it's just a wooden door.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess we don't have to break it down. I'm just so used to kicking things in.
yeah, I was about to kick it in, but I guess we're just opening it.
I think so, unless it's locked.
It is not locked.
Right. So I push it open.
Alrighty. Goes the stairs. Whoops. Which seem to lead down.
Okay. Don't like going back in that direction. Where the water can flood in, but
We'll have the bubble for at least half an hour. I don't know how much time it's been since the tar pit.
the walking back, the conversation, maybe 10, 20 minutes.
Probably something like the conversation takes a while, but not like hours a while.
Yeah, it's probably okay. And you still have that spell slot still, right?
No, I do not.
Oh, it was
That
just
was that was
one.
the last cast. Yeah.
Okay.
So here we go.
Right. All right then. Well, unless we wanted to scout now that the door's open, it's up to you guys.
The only thing I would say is if we do that, probably wait to do any what's the word I'm looking for? Any flavor text to kind of get like an idea if there's enemies ahead.
Yeah, one sec. I need to. The map is real weird. I need to double check exactly where these stairs go.
Just because it was a little overwhelming having flavor text after flavor text after flavor text, probably especially for the people who couldn't see the rooms.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! There we go. Okay. So did you want? I'm sorry, the flavor text for here again, or?
No, she's saying if she scouts ahead with her mind's eye or whatever to like, because last time when we did that, you gave her like the description of all the rooms she flew through. She's saying to like skip that just so people don't have to wait. So instead, she could just look around
for like
yeah.
traps and enemies.
Gotcha. Okay, so then in that case, you send the mind's eye down and over. It eventually, like it goes like down over, winds down, and eventually resolves at a dead end, just like a solid stone wall.
No traps, no enemies that I saw.
That's suspicious.
No other doorways or anything.
Not a one. That plus like in this room. Whoop. Seems to be this place is like half finished. There are a lot of like the walls in here aren't as smooth.
Can I sift through the mind's eye? Just to double check.
Interesting question.
No. I want to say you can't cast through it. I forget.
Okay.
I'm like 90% sure you can't cast through it.
Well, I will tell the group then it looks like this way is a dead end, which is a little concerning because I don't think there's anywhere else we haven't gone yet,
door
right?
that we couldn't break through.
Down in the tar
Yeah.
pit. That's true.
First, so these don't have. I guess what should we listen to the flavor text then for these?
Yeah, I mean it might be worth going through. Like I still think we should go back through. I just would rather do the flavor text with the whole group seeing the room. But anyways, yeah, we'll just need to make sure we're checking for traps manually as we're going through because I can't do that with the eye.
Okay. So then it's take the eye, send the eye back from whence you came.
Right, yeah. And then we'll just... I think we still want to go through this way, just manually checking things.
Okay, sounds good. So then back through here you would land at the room where the Stygian buyers are and all that, and then there is a... I guess I'll just grab your token. Me. There's a door here, and that door remains closed. Open door here, yeah. And then the open one, this takes you back into the room with all the tar and stuff, and then a door that bears some sizable, like, scarification from a hammer and a dragon, but still remains closed. As you know, this takes you... Did I open that door? I re-upped the dynamic lighting, so my guess is no. Here, to, like, eventually resolve back outside in the way you did not come in.
Okay. So
Okay.
all told, there's the direction directly north of us now, or map north, whatever, is a dead end, and then we have the door in the tar pit, and then one additional door kind of in that middle chamber that we haven't explored, right?
Right.
So this is a like a true like there's. Can we maybe feel around?
I was gonna say let's go down this dead end first and just make sure there's nothing hidden, and then we'll go back and check one of the other doors. I don't know. I wish we weren't running out of time on the. Maybe we should go back to the tar pit door since we're on limited time with the air bubble.
Speaking of limited time with the air bubble, there now is someone following you who does not have an air bubble.
True.
I mean, there's got to be something more to this. Like we had this big sealed door. I guess there was a prisoner in here, but
And there's this dead end up here. Honestly, this has
really
to be
weird.
something up here. Can you sift in this room?
Yeah.
I guess possible that it's unfinished. But stop rolling these garbage perception checks on your sifts.
So that will be +4 for the perception, probably +1 for
Yeah.
guidance, right? So that's, I'm bad at math, 24, 25?
Minus the 5 anyway,
Minus
because of
5.
the
-5 for what?
So,
Sift.
because that's
Because
part
sift.
sift.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, doesn't
Well,
really...
that-
Nothing really comes up. A lot of the, like... Oh, there's not even really anything to sift over. A lot of it is just, like, stone walls that sift, like, tags and attempts to flip. There it is. Blah. To eventually get nowhere.
Shit.
It's so weird
Oh,
though.
that's
Like
really primitive, huh?
Can I sense motive on the dead end?
This is definitely not a mimic.
Is it like, do I get the sense that it's like it's unfinished, or does it seem constructed to be a dead end?
Yeah, like I said, it's a... Looks like something happened somewhere to stop the construction.
Okay.
And, like, this room as well is, like,
Also
half
is-
done. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
This probably, honestly, wasn't capable, like... This is a prison, but it is a prison, like, not by design, but by fate, maybe, is the best way to say that. If that's about as clear as mud.
Okay, so I guess so there's the door in the tar pit, and then there was one more in that like jagged looking room, at least the way the lighting comes across, right?
Yeah.
I found that. Okay.
Right.
I guess we should go to that one next. If indeed this is just unfinished. And
man, you think after 10,000 years, Vordakai would have finished his house.
right?
He's one of those. Yeah, I'll get around to it next century.
Right.
Super procrastinator.
And then that was so it was up here and then over and then down.
Do you guys want me to move y'all in there?
Yeah, let's just go in.
Okay. Like, and I'm gonna try to not drag the gelatinous cubes or drop somebody outside the dynamic lighting as I'm doing this. Okay, cool. So then, yeah, there is back here the smell of tar and sulfur. Everyone who can see the centaur sees her, like, put her hand to her nose, concerned.
And then the other door was on the right.
Right
Or-
here. Whoop, right here.
Oh, okay. L kicks the door.
No, I learned my lesson. But
Is it wooden or?
Yeah, just a simple wooden affair.
okay, seems pretty safe. Push.
And it does pop open into a very small hallway.
Ooh, small hallways are
Let
My
me.
least favorite kind.
Same.
Do you guys remember when we fought all those kobolds in that cave with that tiny little hall?
So long ago.
No. Wait, yeah, I kind of do. One more chief, like one shot the boss.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we were all like, let's not fight in the cave. And then what did? We fought in the cave.
Good times.
Yeah.
As this game will so often make you do.
I get claustrophobic in these narrow hallways. I feel like something horrible is gonna happen.
Nothing seems to as the door opens. It's lots of plaster covered in, again, just like vibrant somehow, despite the passage of time, frescoes of ancient Cyclops stuff, basically.
Okay.
As we come back again to more images of like, this would be really great if you wanted to start a museum, or if you knew any historians somewhere who wanted more insight into culture and things. As it stands now, it seems to be just a short hallway terminating in another door at the end.
We go through that door, right?
Knock knock.
As long as there's more doors, I'm happy.
Is that just a basic ass door again?
Mm.
Hmm.
Like how you knocked. It's the clever answer in all
hello?
those Bethesda
Anybody
games.
home?
It is too. Ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah.
He gets it. Wild Wasteland. Alrighty, in this room, this is where anybody who wants to go in there, I will shrink you down, I guess.
Wow.
There's not a.
Fine.
You were supposed to fight 2 soul eaters in this room. I think Kato might understand why we didn't. Because it's a very small room. The walls of the chamber are covered in lime plaster and bear a series of frescoes whose colors are still vibrant. This artwork depicts one-eyed humanoids rendered in the same Schwebeck style and another door.
The labyrinth of doors and halls.
No, but well, labyrinths usually have like multiple
Branching path, yeah. This is just like
this is a railroad of doors and halls.
bad
All
Sims
right.
house.
Bad Sims. Vordakai needs to really step up his Sims game. All right. Well, is there anything? I guess there's nothing in this room of note other than the.
Just more
What you
of like,
described.
if you knew anybody who was really into ancient Eobarian culture or you wanted to start a museum, this is one of the few times where you can definitely go grave robbing and at least you have not probable cause, but it would not be as big of a dick move given that he's tried to kill you several
Considered
times.
scholarly or other than criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and look, we're
This room, there's a bunch of stuff going on in here. Hokey dokey. Here's hoping I last the flavor text. A stone bench sits at shoulder height for y'all against the far wall of this chamber. Upon this bench lies a number of stone vessels and bronze tools. A man-sized statue of a sway-backed humanoid. A hand is clamped over its single eye, stands against what this game will tell you is the north wall, but I don't like when they put the compass weird like that. Behind it, this chamber is empty. Its walls bear eye-shaped patterns and carvings, all of which seem to be looking at a point on the east wall, where a single carving of a giant stylized eye looms. The eye's pupil is an intricately engraved relief, roughly the size of the palm of a hand.
Can I object read the hand? Is that a thing?
Slot?
there's no hand. It's the size of a hand.
Oh, the size of a hand. Whatever. The thing that they're all looking at.
Well, it's like a slot roughly the size of it. So the Vorticai's phylactery is smaller than that, right?
No, it looks to be about the same size.
It's phylactery sized. Yeah.
No.
It's probably where it rests normally.
So if we just wait here, he'll come to us.
Or he moved on.
Or he
It's
moved
like,
on,
see ya.
goddammit.
Can I sense
Ooh,
motive?
I could recognition to see if
Oh yeah,
if he was here recently, right?
that is a thing that you do. If
Let
she
me
had the
check
phylactery before,
Okay.
Give me 1 sec. I'm just trying to get an idea of how far back I can go.
here's an engraving here. It says, "Skull and shackles awaits."
Wow. And
What
then
could it mean?
fireballs everywhere.
Okay, so this would tell us if anything had happened in this room over the last hour. This is also one of the spell slots that shares my Dispel and Cure Serious Wounds.
Probably.
So I will leave it
not.
up to the party if we want to do that.
Nope.
If it,
Hell no.
if the phylactery was here and Vordy reformed, then that probably happened more than an hour ago.
Well, it was what, like 3 hours ago that we saw Kalira with the phylactery.
I mean, I still don't think he's reformed. That's just my intuition, but I could be wrong. Kalira was out waiting for us
Without the
Yeah.
phylactery.
Tommy, is this path here not actually open?
It is.
Oh, it is. There is a path to
Can you
these.
not see it?
I can. I just wasn't sure
Yeah.
if that was supposed to be what was like behind the, like a wall or something. Okay.
No, there's a door there.
Okay, so up here is where the.
Yeah,
Where's
that
this?
it is in here. Whoop. Sorry, trying to burp. In here.
Oh, gotcha. It's in the. Okay, it's in the next room.
So this is a dead end with every other respect.
Mm-hmm. Except for what seems to be, you wouldn't call it an Oculus of Abaddon charging port, but like that's the first phrase that comes to my mind.
Okay.
So all we have left is the door in the tar pit, and someone with us who has the means to cross the tar pit but can't enter the tar pit.
And really can't even enter the room.
Can't enter the room and has the ring we need to cross that pit of tar as well.
I mean, the problem is that if the phylactery was here, it would be here.
Yes. In theory, I mean, Kalira had it for a while, so it wouldn't be here if Kalira had it. But we know Kalira doesn't have it. But it could be somewhere. Someone else could have it. You could have hot potatoed it off to someone else.
The next general or something.
We have
Which
no
we
idea.
still haven't found that room that has all of the sarcophagi.
That's right. We haven't found the room that.
Probably that room that we were trying to get to in the carpet.
Why do you say that?
Because I think that's the last place we haven't checked.
Just seems weird. It seems like an odd location for.
I mean, think about it. All the natural barriers. Most people can't even enter that room, and then the bridge is broken, so that anyone who could maybe potentially breathe in there wouldn't be able to cross over to that door without some means of traversing a broken bridge. Like, it's very well naturally protected, whatever is on the other side of that door.
Well, I mean, at this point, I think our own spells things have probably worn off. We might just have to wait a day.
We had a total of 2.8 hours.
From the moment that Dell activated, like from the moment the water flooded in.
Not from the moment the water flooded in. It was a couple rounds after the water flooded in.
Which is second.
12
Which is
seconds.
second. Yeah.
Jesus. We had an hour in the pit.
Probably about an hour. He said about an hour prior to the pit. Just.
I mean, we're
searching
looking at
around.
if we still have it, it would be minutes.
What was it? 2.5 hours.
Is a little more than 2.5. It's 2.8.
I mean, that's a bit better.
We've probably still got about 40 minutes on it, which is enough time to.
We'd have 40 minutes if we had only spent 2 hours, but I think we spent more than that.
Yeah. Like, perception checks to search a room take probably... Some of the APs in second edition codify them as like 5-10 minutes. Some go even longer. It kind of depends on like what's in the room, what you're looking at. Talking takes time. The scrying took time. Senia swimming in the tar took time. It does kind of come to a like, if you want to cross the tar pool while the bubble is protecting you, you do push pretty close. And then there's the issue of how to cross without missing one piece of the crossing equation.
So we know Kalira doesn't have it. We know Wizrobe's dead. Kalira might know where it is.
I mean, that our best bet might be to track back down to Kalira, try to defeat her, get information, and take a rest, and then come back tomorrow. Which is unfortunate because if Vordy hasn't already respawned, that gives him more time to, but that might be our only option.
I mean, I'm not even sure. I still don't know exactly the nature of Kalira's. Like, she might be there waiting for us because she knows we're going to come in here and find it's not here, and then she'll be like, oh, hey, guys, I know where it is. We don't know.
At this point, I don't think she's going to help us.
I just don't know whether she was dominated or charmed or, like, it's hard to say.
It is. Honestly, but I still don't.
Like, I'm not saying like, hey, Kalira, buddy, like, but I'm just mean it's.
I mean, if she's come to her senses and is herself again, then yeah, she'd probably be pretty pissed at having everything done. Did.
Why would she be skulking in the graveyard?
She knows we're gonna
waiting for us to help us get vengeance on her behalf.
Maybe Claire seems like the kind of person that would just head back into the tomb to get vengeance, and if she finds us along the way, then hey, let's go kill a lich.
Would here's a thought. Would the damage that was done with the door allow for a scout or a mind's eye to get through?
Yeah, maybe. I did say it cracked. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that then.
Okay.
Yeah, let's at least see if we can see what's on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, probably come back out to this like central chamber.
You don't want to be in the creepy phylactery room?
Well, it's just the closer I am, the further I can see. So at this point, we know we're safe from the toxins in case the thing wears off.
Yeah,
scouting.
There, it just smells bad.
We'll fire off another mind's eye from here.
Alrighty.
Oh, real quick, could I have Arbiter ask the centaur what her name is?
Yeah, she can. Arbiter see her?
Oh no, Arbiter can't.
But that's not like he can still ask the question. I forget what arbiters can and cannot can or cannot do. Like I can or cannot copy name, put in chat. I open up the first RP on accident and remember that time Ionia gave Senia a big slobbery lick. Good. She turns towards, because she can pick up that like you are translating through this outsider. She like tags her collarbone a couple times like to point at herself and says Zamath.
All that.
And it all put it in private. Of course everybody hears this. She then points towards, I guess, Artoris. Yeah, because Artoris and Ionia can both see Ionia is concentrating on a magic thing. She points, does the same motion at you.
I put my hand on my chest and I say Artoris and I slightly bow.
She returns it. Meanwhile, the arcane eye goes into a long flight of stairs terminating in a closed door.
Damn. Spoiled again.
I mean, I actually got to shrink Ionia a little. Boom. 2 closed doors. Which could... Yeah, these aren't swollen into the frame by fire. A size of a fly thing could get through. Left or right?
I realized there was more doors down here we didn't explore.
Well, this is past the
This
other
is
door.
past the one we're talking about.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, so it loops around. Okay.
Yeah,
And there's a door here and a door here.
exactly.
Let's check this one first.
Alrighty, bwam.
No enemies or anything here. Any other doors?
Just spinning in here. And that would be okay, cool. So as you move farther forward in this room, the eye picks up. This is not the room you saw before, but like stacked and stacked floor strewn with rubble and the filth from open graves, several of which hang open. More places where Vordakai's servants were interred that have now risen in unlife.
So does this look like that room with the sarcophagus? It's not the one. Okay.
Similar but not same
Right.
room.
Gotcha. Okay. And this is a dead end?
Uh-huh. Or rather, no, excuse me. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That's a dead end.
Gotcha. Okay. And then the ones over here were the like open sarcophagi, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So if that's everything in this direction, I'll check the one that was south.
Alrighty, and in there, bwam. This one I am going to read the flavor text of. This door opens onto a short dais looking out over a large chamber. Thick pillars ascend to a 20-foot high ceiling, while a wide stone staircase climbs to a darkened gallery above. The true purpose of this chamber is apparent from the great stone table running across its center. Dozens of seats have been set about this massive affair, and propped among them is a feast of horror. Each chair holds the corpse of a kobold locked in its death throes, its mouth agape in anguish, the top of its cranium brutally removed, and the brains within excised. There are 4 of the big axe wielding cyclops kind of just wandering around this room, presumably on guard duty.
Okay.
We found the way we need to go.
There's also
And
stairs over here that lead up.
okay, let's check that out.
I just don't understand why Kalira would be.
Stay on target.
Oh, that made me fall off target. Oh, need to see where we are going. Need to find the map. How rude that when I scroll over to this page, I get a notification that a drawing error occurred. Okay, so that takes you up and around the stairs. Oh, geez. Loop around the entirety of the room, and from where you're standing now, this here is looking down upon the feast hall. As you make your way up,
Wow, this is set up like my high school.
nice.
Yeah.
The balcony has no rail and descends even farther inexorably up to, I believe, a closed door. Yeah. Well, you can make perception checks through that thing, can't you?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and do that if you would. Yeah, that should be enough. There is another door here. It's a little less than obvious, though. Like, you're turning around, spin the room with your arcane eye, and there's like a 10 by 10 cutout in the wall, basically. A secret door.
Okay. And presumably I can't get through that door.
Probably not.
Okay. And then the other door that was back this way, I also can get through, presumably.
Nope, should be able to get through that one too.
Or did you say should or should not?
You should, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll try to go through that then.
Alrighty, that eventually leads you down, down, down to this room, I guess? Yeah. Or rather, no, the next important thing happens here. It describes that room as octagonal, but octagonal it is not. Lots of slabs of opaque white crystal. They're fitted together to form like a dome in the very distinctive shape of an inverted eye. Its gaze like looking down into the room. The crystal gleams really subtly, like with a subdued, like moon-like almost glow. The walls are covered floor to ceiling with arcane symbols, line art, more Cyclops imagery and stuff. There's a 20-foot diameter circle cut into the stone of the floor, like the eye is looking straight down into that.
Okay. And any other directions from here?
There's another door that you can probably squeeze through. Probably. Yeah.
Okay. For now, I have plenty of charges of this. And we're quite a ways out, so I'll snap back to the group. Because we'll at least need to fight those big guys before we get that far.
Okay.
And
So-
I'll relay the, switching hallways and more big guys and be prepared for a pretty gruesome sight in there.
I mean, this is all great intel. Thanks, Ionia, for bringing. But we need to. There's the elephant in the room we need to address, and that is either we do this today or tomorrow. And if we do it today, we can't take our friend with us. Well, we can't take our friend with us. Period. So either this is where this is the end of today's adventure, and we get our new friend help so that we can recover our ring without reparalyzing her, or like we make an ugly decision so that we can move forward and get this done today and not risk that Vordakai has a respawn tomorrow that we are going to run into if we lose the day. I'm not suggesting either or at this point. Both suck. Both options suck and pose risks. Depends. I'm gonna just abstain from making like a suggestion either way, because
Anything we can do with the mechanical bird that we found earlier? It's like a message bird, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys think it would be helpful if we to message somewhere?
so Dazi is currently MIA. Last I remember.
Yeah.
Off scouting in the woods, hasn't returned.
Would it be? What about that broken bridge? Is that just donezo, or is that salvageable at all?
Super dunzo.
Okay.
Maybe enough. No, mending wouldn't even work because you don't have the pieces. I don't know what happens to wood. Well, I know exactly what happens to wood when it falls in burning things. It also burns up. Yeah, no. Best case scenario there would be. Oh God, it's probably about a. If you had a running start, about a 25-foot jump across the tar pit to land on the other side, which is not impossible.
Could a centaur do that?
She can't enter the room, dude.
Not
I
without.
mean, she can hold her
Could
breath.
if we waited until tomorrow?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We either wait. Well, if we're gonna wait till tomorrow, we should probably just look at getting her cured.
The problem is that none of us have the capability of doing that without bringing her all the way
But
back
I
home.
mean, I think there's a middle ground between like we can camp here for the night.
Obviously taking watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
And
proceed.
before we rest, I could burn out my remaining spell slots for
Heals,
cures.
yeah.
And Esker did
And then we would-
accurately point out that she could hold her breath.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Granted, that's not a perfect solution. It'll buy her a couple rounds anyway.
Like if we had the door open and we just told her, hold your breath, charge, make that jump, and book on through.
Well, yeah, and I guess
But then we still have to get through that door. We don't know how many rounds it's gonna take to.
Oh, wait a
the
minute.
rest
She
of the
has
door
the
down.
ring. Oh, that doesn't matter though, because the
Yeah, she
you
still
can't get
can't
into
breathe.
the thing.
And it would still burn her to
But,
walk
I
through
mean,
it.
Yeah.
it would be what, acrobatics to jump across?
Yes.
So my acrobatics is not great. I imagine our Taurus's isn't.
But it's probably like the other thing that's in the back of my mind is we I guess we'll just need to have a call here. Do we have the time to wade across a tar pit without a ring of movement before that spell runs out?
Well, none of you can wade across. We would have to fly across.
Because the fire damage is still a thing.
You need the ring in order to wade through without taking the damage.
Or without, with the ring is more of a like
You're saying
getting stuck kind of thing. I
Prince
forget.
Squidfarius.
That could work. Have the dragon grab somebody and fly laps.
Okay.
So here's the things we need to do is obviously we need to get the door. The door still. We tried opening it. It's jammed. It took a hammer and still didn't open. So it's going to take probably a few rounds to break it down. If she can only hold her breath for a few rounds, that might not be. We're taking a. That's a rough clock that we're racing against. I honestly, I hate it, but I almost like the camp here idea and go at it in the morning with all of our resources.
Yeah, I have really mixed feelings because on the one hand, that means we get all of our stuff back. On the other hand, that also means that maybe Vordakai gets a respawn, whereas he might not otherwise.
Yep.
It's
I guess what... Oh, no, I couldn't do that. I should have scryed Vordakai instead of Kalira to
Good
see if
luck.
he had come back.
Can you scry again, or are you out of scry?
No,
Takes
I'm
an hour
out.
anyway.
Okay. Oh, it takes an hour. Yeah. Well, I mean, the gun it option is an option, but it's gonna be
If we're
fucking
gonna do
hard.
that, we have to do it right away.
Yeah. Or we rest here and go fresh in the morning.
fresh in the morning might not be the worst idea.
Did you say best or worst? You cut out.
Might not be the worst idea.
I mean, that might just be what we have to do.
Wow.
I mean, we could take a vote, I guess. My vote would be we go the fast thing, but I would ask that Ionia use a fly spell on the centaur. But because what we've seen are big ogres, which we know we can handle, even the way that we are.
We just don't know what's at the end of. I'm just worried we get through those ogres, which shouldn't be too much trouble. We go beyond what Ionia scouted. I feel like I feel like the toughest fight of the chamber is still ahead of us, and
we're going in with nothing.
Okay. Well,
if we choose to rest, what I could do is go back to the Oculus charging port and fire off that recognition just to see.
I mean, it sounds like is that 3-1 then? Rest?
well, I said I would abstain because I honestly don't think I can't decide what idea.
Well, I think we all feel that way, though. We kind of need everybody to vote.
Well, I mean, even if it's just you and Xenia, if it's 2-1, that's 2-1. You want to rest, Tara?
I'm like the most hurt, so resting for me would be really nice.
Resting would bring Grom back out of well, that's kind of meta-y, but yeah, would also.
I mean, so are hit points though.
Yeah, to be fair, would bring Grom out of negative levels as well.
Well, what does it take? 8 hours? Is that a rest period?
1 out. Yeah.
Okay.
And the spell is lasts for 1 hour per caster level that Wizrobe was, and it's been like an hour since we fought him, if not more, and then 8 hours. I assume we're either pushing close to whatever the time limit of that spell is.
All right. Well, I again, Ionia says rest.
I think if we want to come at the final fight with the most gunpowder, we would need to rest first.
All right. I'm outvoted. I will abide.
And this will let you put a new air bubble on everybody, including our including Centaur.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then,
So, couple things. First, I think since I'll be burning pretty much all of my spell slots before we take the rest, I would want to take probably Final Watch, so that I'm not just keeping watch with no resources.
We're all keep watched.
Oh, okay.
Don't you worry about that.
There's
Forgot
magic.
about that.
chugs even more caffeine.
What were you gonna say, Tommy?
Probably just a joke.
So let's do this. Let's do this recognition on the charging port.
Alrighty. So it's just the past. Well, how far back can you?
I think it just goes followed by impressions from the next hour back, the next minute you concentrate, and so on. So hold on, this is reading a little different than I thought.
You can just read minutes back, basically, or hours back, rather.
Every minute I focus goes back an hour.
Okay. So then you move back into the charging port, you concentrate, do the magic thing, and nothing pings. You see the image of y'all coming through the room.
Nice.
Other than that, nobody's been in here in the last hour except for all of you.
So if I concentrate because we saw Kalira 3 hours ago with the eye, right?
Something like, yeah.
Yeah.
If I concentrate for 3 minutes, I would be able to look back 3 hours, is how that reads, I believe.
And still nothing.
Okay, so nothing from as far back as we had seen the Oculus.
I made a joke in a private chat that this was like his old charging port, and he might have had a new one installed.
Installed upstairs
Yeah.
once he had finished that wing of his lair. Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably good news, because that means that probably Vordakai is not back yet.
I don't know.
We
This
should
is that-
watch over that room.
We're making some crazy assumptions about like what this means.
Do we want to rest in that room, maybe?
It's a very small room. I don't even know if we could all fit in there.
Yeah. Since none of us are gonna sleep, right?
No.
So I'm gonna have Prince and Kato maybe, since I feel like the company in this room isn't a huge fan of me right now. The two of us can keep watching that room, and if anything so much as
Should we maybe make like a plane?
if anything so much as vibrates in there or shimmers, we'll GTFO and alert the group.
Sounds good.
And then let's get some of these heals fired off. How much do you recover hit points over a long rest again?
Not much. It's a level plus con, I think.
Yeah. So I would gain 16.
Hey, it's good enough for me.
For Spaghetti Boy, that's actually pretty good.
Same.
Or no, con bonus, so 12. Because I'm 14.
Real quick before we do that, because I just wanted to have a number in mind before I fired off these spells, so I know about how much to fill everyone to. But it's kind of metagamey to take back those and then do the spells, in my opinion. So, Senya needs it the most, right?
I would just look at who's the most hurt and go from like that up to the least hurt until you're out of spells.
Will it make sense to heal our friend as well if we're resting?
Well, I want to get
We
the
have
people
some
who are
left,
fighting
yeah.
first.
We have some left, yeah.
So Senya, this one will be towards you.
Okay.
Wow. Nice.
So how much am I getting?
30.
And how's that put you?
That would be 80.
That puts her at 2/3.
Puts her at 2/3. So probably another on Senya.
That puts me at 110, which is 1.0.
Which
One
is fine.
point off?
The rest will
Perfect.
the rest will get you the rest of the way.
Okay. And Arcturus, I'm guessing you're full,
I am
or
good to
did you-
go. Full.
Okay. Kato, how are you looking percentage wise?
So I'm at I'm at about like 2/3. The rest will almost get me, but not quite. I'll be about 10 hit points shy after the rest. So if you have like a weaker version,
Yeah, I have a Cure Serious and a Cure Light. I have 2 more Cure Serious and 3 Cure Lights.
give me a
Definitely
light.
clear light,
Give me a light, because with your bonus, that should.
yeah.
Son of a. All right, so that's what, a 6.
Do you want do you want another Cure Light?
One more cure light, please. Yeah. Okay, cool. Good enough.
And then we'll do okay, so I have 1 more Cure Light and 2 Cure Serious. So I'll do a shit, I wish I had a little more than this. Do you still have any on the wand?
I'm not using it.
Okay. Let me do some quick
1
math here
charge
for a
left.
second. Trying to decide if I want to use Sirius or Light on Mayfield and Minoru.
So Prince will heal all that he's taken from rest, so don't worry about Prince at all.
Okay, so this one's gonna be on me.
Grom's damage is all negative level, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Be fun if we burn all these spell slots and then our rest is interrupted.
Yeah, no kidding.
At least we'd go into it.
Yeah, we'd
full
go
health.
into it.
That's true.
And then I'm gonna do maybe the final Cure Serious on Minoru and the final Cure Light on I forgot her name.
Our new friend, yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So
at,
that's
at this
Minoru.
point, I also imagine the invisibility has worn off, and once she realizes what's going on, she kind of like picks a corner.
I'll be next to her in the event that our rest is interrupted, so that I can tag her with invisibility quickly.
Okay. And then this one is going to her.
She nods. Looks like as you like look her up and down, and I double check her HP. Oh, okay, yeah, fair. As you look her up and down, most of her wounds she's carrying at this point are psychological. She's still a little beat up. She still kind of walks with a little bit of a, like, I don't want to say she's favoring a leg, but the horse puns write themselves. She doesn't look bad off now, though.
Okay, cool. I do have 4 more level 2 spell slots, which I don't have a lot on. But I could set up a Note of Blasting for each of the doorways.
God damn it.
Makes sense.
Seems wise.
Forgot about those.
A note of blasting that don't actually
Do it all what you think, yeah.
That's how that works, right? Yeah, if they walk over it, it would blast them.
Is that like, you can disarm those, right? Is that
She-
something you dismiss?
Let me give it
she can I know she can touch them without. She just have to be the one that opens the door.
Oh,
for us
okay.
when
Yeah,
we-
that's fair then. You just need to remember that.
Just read me on the door.
it's just if they touch it. If they have a mind and they touch it, it would affect them.
Gotcha.
So they don't actually necessarily need to read it.
No, what we're saying is we just got to put a sticky note to make sure we remind ourselves only only you can open the door. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and do that on the 3 doors, and then the door that leads to the phylactery room is a dead end anyway, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems to be.
Okay, so we'll just do it on the 3 other doorways.
2.
And
Well,
Sorry.
isn't there 3? Isn't that 1,
there.
2, 3, and then wasn't the which direction was
The
the
south one, it
phylactery?
looped around and up.
Okay, so this way is dead end.
Yeah, that's the
So
phylactery.
we'll
So
do it
that's
on
where
the 2 then.
It's where Kato and Prince will be.
yeah, we're gonna we're gonna.
In that creepy eye room.
I mean,
8 hours in there.
someone's got to keep an eye on it
It's true.
just in case.
But
Quick question. Never mind. Never mind.
All right, we good? Rest? 8 hours?
Are we hitting the end turn button?
I think so.
Ba-da-da. That was my
Yeah, I think that's all the
Alright.
stuff.
best
Click.
attempt at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Okay, so y'all bed down. Probably. Oh, this happens probably 3 or 4 hours into the rest. Y'all, with Keep Watch on, obviously don't have to. You just stop and don't do anything, and the magic recharges, whereas Zamanth kind of like sits down. Y'all quit moving. She eventually just nods off as like reality catches back up to her, and she realizes, or I guess not she realizes, but the harrowing has washed over her in full, and the adrenaline is gone, and she like just thunk out like a light. She was
Quick
good.
note: we should probably not sleep in fireball formation.
Okay.
I mean,
So
yeah,
paranoid.
so
I am paranoid.
Paranoia.
If a healthy sense of paranoia has not been what I've instilled in you throughout this adventure, and I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, about like halfway through the rest, Zamanth's sleep and everyone else's like introspection, I suppose, is disturbed by the strangest of occurrences. It starts out like the roaring of a dragon, or maybe even just a large dog. The noises kind of like warble together in this strange two-part harmony, and then it gets louder, and then it gets louder, and then the fourth time, when it's loud enough to be clearly perceived by everyone, the roar causes some of the like ceiling to disturb and fall down. But it only falls down like, if the ceiling is 20 feet, it only drops like 2 or 3 feet down. And it seems to like stretch as it does, as if the ceiling were not made of stone, but made of like melting Play-Doh. It stretches down, begins to vibrate almost like a guitar string, and the noises you're hearing outside then echo from this as the thing like snaps back up into place, only to repeat again later. It starts happening on like the walls, the floor, within your mind's ear. Everybody probably perceives this pitch a little differently. Like Ionia hears it and it sounds... Eventually you hear a little more dog than dragon. Kato hears a little more dragon than dog. Senya hears like some kind of goat-like creature is mixed in there somewhere. It's real weird. The ceiling continues to melt. The floors continue to melt. And then it passes.
so weird.
So,
Oh,
was that an illusion? Are the floors and ceiling, are they still weird?
Or did everything return back to normal?
I think it's spellcraft.
Spellcraft is good.
Do it, Esker.
Woo!
Yeah, I don't think he needs to. Mike, she'd have to roll really high. But I think that does get the last bit of flavor text of the session. Let me just... I'm gonna have to do math. I know what the DC is, but I don't know what that plus that is. Okay, so Ionia does just get it. So, I will put it one way in meta terms, and then I will flavor it. I need to put it in meta terms so I can flavor it correctly for Ionia. If I told you you were hearing a CR23 creature, how do you feel about that?
Wow.
Well, I'll probably tell me, not great.
I got it. So to your horror, you realize what you're hearing is one of the oldest creatures to ever exist in all of existence. And the floor is not coming apart. The ceiling is not coming apart. That is how your mind is perceiving it, as this creature is kind of a... I shouldn't say affront to nature, but it exists perpendicular to it, right? Because it's not from here. It's from a little known place called the First World, And when it roars, or as many scholars have more acutely named it, when it burbles, because indeed everyone hears it a little different. Some people hearing the noises of monsters, some people hearing just random, like, hey, you guys, kind of shouting, and anything in between. Usually just random nonsense can literally drive people insane. The fact that you have so much stone between you and it is all that's leaving it to where it's just a little bit trippy. The creature can also focus this into a burst of, like, if it wanted to shatter this mountainside, it would be able to do so pretty easily. It could also do so with the rays it fires from its eyes, with its own enormous tail slap. A creature, of course, subject, as it would be for as strong as this is, of poetry, song, and myth, one of the Tane, specifically the Jabberwock. What it's doing here, it probably just makes like straight up negative sense, because it only ever comes to the material plane to spread destruction and ruin, typically seeking out a remote forest lair, like a day or so's flight from civilization. Then, once a week or so, heads out, goes, nukes a town, watches the town nuke itself as everyone's driven crazy, and then flies on back.
Wonderful. We have a new neighbor, guys.
You have a lot of things. It is, they eat, they drink, they sleep, they do not reproduce. Rather, their creation is regulated by a strange and unknowable, or several strange and unknowable godlike entities. Literally the eldest, the Fey equivalent of demon lords, basically. And they create these as super weapons. There is a super weapon flying over Vordakai's tomb right now. And I will leave you to your thoughts, because that is where we're going to call.
Does that interrupt our rest?
No, you do get the 8 hours back successfully.
So just a brief interlude of an absolutely horrifying monstrosity passing over.
Indeed.
Destroy Concordia while we're away.
Pretty much. But
Okay.
indeed, thank you all for hanging out, watching. Will we get through? Maybe we get through next time. We'll see. They've got all their spell slots back, so almost there's no excuse to not. But we will be at it next time for more of that Kingmaker. Say bye, guys.
So bye. So real quick.
See